We've spoken a lot about podcasts on this show, haven't we?
Too much.
A lot.
Let's cancel the next item.
No.
Oh,
Let's do it. Our next guests are doing it doggy style.
Oh.
I keep reading.
Oh,
No.
I didn't know about this.
Keep reading.
On their podcast, Oh My Dog, comedians Jack D and Sean Walsh are interviewing celebs, meeting their own canine companions, and they're here to tell us more.
That would have been fine if you just carried on.
I know, but it was great. It was great just leaving it, wasn't it?
Sure, you can blame it on Dermot. You said it.
This is a lovely podcast. I was listening to it this morning, and it's just so lovely. And it came about, Sean, from your first dog.
Yes, well, I got a cockapoo, Mildred
Lovely.
Barrett, double barrel.
Mildred.
Yeah, Mildred.
Mildred Barrett,
Yes,
you know.
exactly. and I thought, it opened me up to this whole new world where you go on dog walks and then you meet other dog owners and you kind of get to know the dogs as opposed to the people.
Yeah.
And I thought this could be a wonderful podcast.
So when you're on these dog walks, do you never, ask the person about their private life or personal life or anything? It's just always about the dog?
It's just dogs. That's the thing. That's people come on the pod, I think, because it's a chance for them to not talk about themselves. And we've had Romesh and, Roisin Connaughton and Rob Beckett, and they love coming on because they don't have to talk about themselves. They get to talk about their dogs.
Yeah.
But they end up talking about themselves anyway, don't they?
They do, yeah.
So, Jackie, you've had dogs and cats in the past.
I had one cat long time ago, long time ago, but I'm a dog person, really.
Definitely.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So,
How do you know you're a dog person as opposed to a cat person?
well, you get a dog and then you become a dog person. That's what happens, really, we're absolutely besotted with our little Dolly. She's a Chihuahua.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's great. And we didn't mean to get a Chihuahua. We had a Dachshund who was bereaved because his sort of love of his life had died, had been with us. Yeah. And so Jane, my wife, said, I'm gonna find out if there's something, cheer him up. And then she said, look what I found. She happened to be browsing on Chihuahuas desperately needing a home.com.
just happened to be on that.
Yeah. And I had always said, we are not getting a Chihuahua. It's ridiculous.
They're gorgeous
And she says, but look at this one. I said, all right, let's get that. And we drove off to Wales and got her from this. She was in this hostel. With her little backpack, just waiting to be, someone to pick her up. It was nice. She's a lovely dog.
Lovely.
I remember one of my first, when I fell in love with you doing stand-up, and I was probably been a teenager or something, and it must have been a Channel 4 show, and you were first starting out, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
And you were talking about, I remember you did a skit about cat food getting between your toes.
Yeah.
And your cat's sort of always going, like, you're doing DIY, and the cat's going, I wouldn't have done it like that. And I remember that, because that was when you had a cat, I
Yeah, well,
guess.
that's the difference. Your dog will say, you'd be putting up a shelf or something, your dog will say, you're so clever, you're amazing, how did you do that? You put up a shelf, but whereas a cat would be looking, it's not straight, is it?
Yeah. I remember, like, when I first had cats, I'd go out, and I'd get really worried about would they be OK when I came back? And I'd go, I have to leave the pub or something, go, I've got to get back because I've got cats. And I'd get in, and they'd been exactly the same place I'd left them 8 hours ago. And they'd give you this look as if to go, have you been out?
Why are you here?
Yeah. Where dogs are like, why would you leave me?
I feel with cats, you've got to, earn their love, don't you?
You do.
You've really
Whereas
got to
dogs
earn
are
it.
so forgiving, aren't they?
Yeah.
As soon as you come in, I don't mind that you went for 2 hours, I still love you.
How did you guys meet? Like, was it on the circuit?
It was on the circuit.
On the circuit, we did a live at the Apollo together that you hosted.
We did a live at the Apollo together. That's how it started.
But comedians, is it easy for comedians to go to actually just have that moment where you pick up the phone? Because it's in many ways, it's such a solitary existence to go, actually, you know what, let's team up and do something together.
Like the bat phone.
Sean rang me and said he had this idea, for the podcast, and I thought, well, Sean Walsh, he has nothing but good ideas. He's known in the business as having the Midas touch.
Yeah, baby.
So I said, I want a bit of that.
Yes, exactly.
Where do I sign, Sean?
Put me in.
I feel like Jack lost a bet that he's not told me about, and now I've ended up doing a podcast with Jack D.
It is so funny, though. There's a conversation where you start talking, when you go out and meet the dogs, and there you go, is it a boy or a girl? And you were saying something along the lines of, it's a woman.
Well, yeah, no, I was just wondering that, why when dogs get older, they don't get promoted from boy to man and girl to woman. I don't know.
That's a good point.
Well, these are the big questions that we tackle on the podcast.
And the other big question is, do you allow your dog to kiss you? It's a big thing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. My Chihuahua, she'll kiss my wife on the face, but not me because I was a bit scratchy, I think, is what it is.
Right. So
but
don't,
I tell you,
kiss
you know
on the
your Dr. Scott that you have on the
Yeah,
show.
he's just over
opposite.
there.
Yeah, he's here. Well, he's got his dog Mango. Scott was on our podcast,
Yes.
so he brought Mango over to introduce us, and the first thing she did was stick her tongue in the water.
Did she?
Yeah. First thing she did.
Lovely.
That happens every now and again to me. I'll roll over in bed and I'll pick up one of the cat's waters and I'll drink it and go, oh, no, what have I done?
Yeah.
You guys are going to be in Goodwoof, which is so brilliant down in Goodwood, isn't it?
Yeah, down in Goodwood.
I see what they've done there. I like that.
A lot of dog
I'd love
wordplay.
it.
Yeah.
On the 17th of May, isn't it?
17th, 18th of May. There's lots of things to do. There's dog yoga, which I know, Jack, you're looking forward to doing, aren't you?
Little downward
Can't
dog.
wait. Yeah, a little bit of downward dog going on. Yeah. There's loads of things to do apparently, and but we'll be recording our live podcast from there.
And has it
Someone
got
said
an
to
audience
me-
of dogs? You're going to have an audience
There
of
will be
dogs?
some
There
dogs
will be
here.
dogs,
Dogs will be
actually.
welcome,
Oh,
obviously.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
one, I think, in front of dogs.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be great.
It's going to be. So yeah, we're recording Oh My Dog from there, and we've got very, very special guests lined up for the show. So we're very excited about that as well. It'll be fun. Yeah.
And doggy voices. This is one of the big things in the podcast.
Doggy voices, but also, by the way, before you get to doggy voices, what we do with the pod, which I think is wonderful, is you find out that all these things that you have just between you and your dog, actually all of our listeners have them and all dog lovers have them. So it's not just dog voices, it's dog... Everyone has a dog alias that just comes about naturally. So obviously my cockapoo is called Mildred. That gets put in the bin very early days, and she's now called... And I can't explain why. She's called the Mourners.
Yeah.
So I don't know why... But the thing is, that
happens.
sounds mad, but when you do the pod, you find out everyone has this. So she gets home and like, oh, the Mourners, the little Mourners, come in, I'll give you the squeezes, and I'll give you the little rubber bellies. And she gets up on her back, and I'll come here, I'll give you a little rubber belly. Now, that seems mad, but that's perfectly normal in dog world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the voices.
What's your voice then, Jack?
Well, that's his voice for talking to Mildred.
Yes.
But it's where it gets interesting is where the dog talks back.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And that's my dog has always talked back. So
Really?
I talk on behalf of Dolly, but I have to because Jane speaks through when she wants me to do something. It won't because can you do this? Like, do you mind closing the window? I said, oh, I'll do it in a minute.
Dolly's
And then,
cold.
yeah, Dolly wants the window
that's
closed, and that's it. I've got to do it.
Of course you have to, don't you?
So I had to learn to talk back.
Brilliant.
Nah, you're right. You sit there for That's how she talks.
Brilliant.
Well, I'm from that's life generation, so every dog I meet always wants to say sausages.
What's yours? Go on.
I
I don't know what I do. I think I do, when at Battersea, sometimes when they were really cute, it's like,
Yeah, boo-boo.
There you go.
boo-boo.
Yeah, you're a nat-
I don't know why I do
That
that.
was great on me pretty quick.
It does
you know,
great,
William.
great on everyone, so I try and avoid it. Listen, Oh My Dog is available every Monday wherever you get your podcasts, and the podcast is going live at Goodwolf at Goodwood on the 17th of May.
Thanks, you two.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Lovely
much.
chat.
And I know you're
Lovely,
going on
yeah.
tour as well. So.
I'll be on tour. I'll be in Scotland soon, so yeah.
Oh, lovely. Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
Well, Chris Marshall and Kevin McNally join us now. I mean, it's such an amazing show to watch because it's so much fun. The whole family can watch it together, and it causes quite a stir on social media, doesn't it? When it's going out, as it starts to go out, people start to guess who's committed the crime, who's done it.
Well, they do. I mean, I don't have social media.
No.
But I do occasionally dip in.
Yes.
You know, through my wife's socials, and I'm amazed at how brilliant the audience are at guessing not just the who.
No.
I mean, that might be relatively simple, but also the how and the why.
Yeah.
I mean, I never know when I get to, like, page 50 of the script. and they're amazing. They get it. Some of them get it within 5 minutes.
Yeah, but they're so passionate about
Oh,
it
it's
as well,
brilliant.
though.
They're
I love
absolutely brilliant.
your episode. We've had a sneak peek.
Yeah, we have.
Kevin, of what goes on and how it goes on. And it's brilliant, because exactly like that, Chris, you spend the whole time going, OK, so how does this fit together? Why is it happening? Who is it going to be? But tell us a little bit about your character, George, because he's quite a cantankerous old fool, isn't he?
He is. I like playing cantankerous old fools. Typically, when I got the script, it was one of those things where I went, I've never played anybody like this before. So I was really enthusiastic. And also what I love about the show is that wonderful thing of, as they go back and they do the work, that they go and they see us, you know,
Yes.
they go, in their memory, they go back and they imagine how it happened.
The recreations, you're suddenly there.
I just think that's and that really enthralled me when I realised I could be part of that. But he is a cantankerous, old, superstitious, aggressive, old-fashioned guy.
Yeah,
typecasting.
That's what the family would say, is it?
Well,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Do you hang corn dolls anywhere or do anything like that?
I don't go quite as far as that. But
Because he's quite superstitious, isn't he? As well?
Very, very. And he honestly believes that if people mess with his corn dolls, something awful will happen to him. And something awful does happen, and he blames it on that. He's a weirdo.
I think there's something lovely about that idea, though, Chris, isn't there? That sort of in these rural communities, there will be superstitions that really drive the farmers with regards to the harvest or with regards to the weather, and it plays into what George's concerns are. Because whoever's doing the manipulation is there's definitely something a bit sort of out there about it.
Yeah, I think it's part of that sort of old, especially in the southwest of the UK as well, and you know, it's part of that sort of old, sort of poetic savagery of the place.
Yes.
And wildness, and sort of it's quite sort of bucolic, and you know, it's sort of wonderful storytelling sort of ethos that sort of comes through. A lot of farmers are superstitious because I guess it's sort of from back when you used to worry about the weather and what the weather would do. And
Well, they are victims of the whole area and the
they're
weather.
victims of nature.
Yeah. But there's not just kind of the detective theme running through the show as well. There's also Humphrey and Martha and this lovely story with Rosie and them being foster parents. Are we going to see more of that as well?
Oh yes, absolutely. You know, she's wonderful. Little Bella, and I think we all got our kids in as well because there's parties and she goes to school and all that kind of stuff. And
So the cast kids has been some of the background.
Yeah. It's a family affair, you know. Everyone's on board.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
And talking about sort of former co-stars, Abdul, from your famously, when you came in for Christmas, we were talking about Love Actually.
Yep.
Your co-star from Love Actually pops up in this series as well.
Wonderful, Abdul. Yeah.
You'd not seen him for a while.
I've seen him once in 22 years.
Wow. How amazing! What was it like? Sort of
it's the same as ever. You know, you just I mean, it's like actors. Isn't
Pick it up again. Yeah.
You pick it up again. You don't see each other for 10 years and you pick it up straight where you left off. So it was like no time had passed at all.
Yeah.
You know,
I always say it's like going back to school after the summer holidays.
Yeah.
It's just you feel like it didn't happen, you know.
Yeah.
Gap.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Do you think there'll be any going back to Pirates of the Caribbean at any stage?
There's lots of rumours.
There are.
Yeah. Well, I always answer this by saying there are two realities: there's social media and reality. Social media, yes, I'm starting filming it tomorrow. Amazing. Reality, tumbleweed.
But I love the story of how you got the role as well. Wasn't it your birthday? And
It was my birthday.
garden?
I didn't want to go because I'd been up for all these American movies. Nothing had happened.
Yeah.
But a friend said to me, well, you know, it's a ticket in the lottery. Why don't you go? And I said, well, I've had about a bottle of wine now. She said, it's a pirate. It doesn't matter how drunk you are. So I turned up and got the part.
You got the part.
So thanks to a bottle of red wine.
You went very method on it.
I went very method, yeah.
I love it. But your character in Pirates...
I want one of those parts.
Yeah. He's got that fabulous West Country accent. And, of course, I didn't realise that you getting back down to Cornwall for Beyond Paradise was like full circle because you started in Poldark.
Exactly. Poldark in 1977. We started, and I actually was talking to
you
Chris
there?
about...
Goodness me.
I haven't got my glasses on, I can't.
Yeah, that is you.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's usually a picture of me with a guitar in the back of a coach. I don't know why you haven't found that one. But no, in fact, I was talking to Chris because he knows the area very well. And on one of my days off, I went to Lostwithiel, which is where we shot it. And so that brought back a lot of great great memories, and it hasn't changed one iota.
It is a fabulous part of the world, isn't it?
It really is, yeah.
It really is. Well, look, thank you both for dropping in and coming in and talking a little bit about the episode. We loved it.
Yeah.
Great.
As ever.
There's so many other things as well we can't talk about.
No, we don't want any...
Can't talk about them.
No, and between you and I, it'd be disaster. So.
No.
But thank you both for coming in.
Oh,
my pleasure.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Right then, Beyond Paradise is on tomorrow night, BBC One at 8 p.m. Oh, hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.
It might be the bank holiday, but they certainly don't exist inside the Celebrity Big Brother house.
Yes, that means there's plenty to talk about. And if Will's finished his dessert, please give us the latest.
Incredible, incredible. Thank you. Yes, it has been a brilliant week. Actually, the weekend was excellent. Maybe the best weekend so far of this series because the tasks
great
that the housemates have been doing have been giving everything. So on Saturday, the Big Brother house was transformed into Big Brother's Big Cattery.
Nice.
And the housemates dressed as these lovely cats. I mean, it was surreal, it was funny, and it made me want to get one of these costumes. Because they were all... And they spent most of the time napping. They just looked like real cats. It was incredibly cute. But they did have tasks to perform, right? So they were given 9 lives as a group, and then they had to complete tasks, and if they lost their lives, they would fail the task. But they were things like they had to consume all food and drink out of cat bowls.
Oh.
Big problem for Jack P. Shephard, who drinks 30 cups of tea a day. That's actually true.
30? That must be 2.
And he doubles up. He has 2 tea bags in each cup. The man is... his blood type is tea.
He must have some good statement mover.
Yeah, he's got great teeth. But they had to do things like Angelica had to steal all the milk, Patsy had to follow a laser pointer, Ella had to make catty comments to everyone all day. A couple of them did take it too far. Now, obviously, behaving like a cat can only go so far.
Yeah.
Big Brother had provided a litter tray, but it was a prop.
No.
Unfortunately, Jojo and Chris thought that it would be fun to use it.
No.
Let's have a little look.
Really need a wee. This is bad. Can you block the door?
Yeah.
And then I'll have a little wee. Don't tell anyone I've weed, though, all right?
Go for it.
Hang on. Oh, my God, I have wee. Oh, my God.
This is Big Brother. House cats are reminded you can use the human toilets.
No, we can't. I'm just gonna... Okay, hold on. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Set?
Yeah. Yes. Right, that's good.
Oh, my life.
That was real. It's the clapping. It's the bloke standing behind her going, yeah, well done. That was one of the oddest moments of the series so far. But, you know, at least they're getting into it.
Yeah,
they're inhabiting their roles.
I've never seen a woman pee like that in my life.
Dressed as a half cat.
Yeah, it's extraordinary.
But then the next task that they had, so then they had that was just a fun task. They kind of got a big prize at the end of that. But then, yesterday, they had to dress up as a family, right?
Yes,
and
they
the
had to
whole
play
point of the
Happy Families.
task was them playing Happy Families. So the house was divided into grandparents, teenagers, and toddlers. Chris was a toddler. Luckily, he didn't use the nappy that he was given. So I can confirm he's learnt, okay?
Great.
But it was hilarious. I mean, Donna made an incredible granny. She had a few falls throughout the day. She kept nodding off, but she was absolutely brilliant. Chris and Ella were the toddlers. They were having tantrums throughout. There's Ella having a little scream. I mean, they were all thoroughly enjoying themselves, but poor Danny was a very harassed mother. Let's have a look at how Danny reacted to 5 kids and the in-laws.
I'm talking to your dad. We're busy.
Mama.
Honestly,
Daddy.
guys, this is stressing
Mama.
me no end now. Get in! Get in! Stop banging! I'm at the end of my wit and it's not even lunch.
OK, well, look, what have we got coming up in the final week? Will?
OK, so in the final week, there's a lot of them to still get out, all right? And I can reveal that tomorrow night, eviction night, it's Triple Tuesday.
Hooray!
It's going to be a bloodbath. 3 of them are leaving the house.
Get them out.
And in eviction, we're seeing nominations tonight. That's going to be played out. They were face-to-face, and Big Brother has an evil Easter twist that you are not going to want to miss. It's honestly, it's getting very, very juicy in there, and the wheels are starting to fall off in a great way.
Wow.
Right, thank you, Will. On Friday, we saw Celebrity Big Brother wave goodbye to someone who couldn't quite make it to the finish line when he normally does. Deeley Thompson.
The third celebrity to be evicted from the Celebrity Big Brother house, Deeley Thompson, is here with us now. Deeley, congratulations, right, for getting through it, because they say it is the most pressurised environment that you can be in the world. How did you find it, and why did you sign up to it in the first place?
Well, I signed up to it because once I told my kids that I'd been invited, they started goading me and telling me that I tell them that being able to cope with change is a great thing, and they say that I never change. So I just thought I would go in there and see what it was going to be like.
As a sportsman, it's you know, you've spent your life dedicated to getting to the finish line. Are you gutted that you didn't, or do you feel you've left at the right time?
Yeah, of course, it would have been nice to stay in there, but it's not a thing that you can control because you know it's the public out there that are making the votes. But yeah, it would have been nice, but I am very happy. And to be honest, it was a brilliant experience. It might have been one of the best things I've done in the last 20 years.
Wow!
Just to go in there and try and interact 24 hours a day with 12 other strangers is, well, you know what it's like. It's actually incredible. You both should give it a go, honestly. It is brilliant.
Well, you guys did seem to be having a good time. I feel like this series, there was obviously an exciting first week with a certain Mr. Rourke. Yeah. And then last week, it was like everybody has been getting on pretty much. But you've been seeing it now. You know what's coming tonight. Do you feel... Are you a bit almost annoyed that you maybe have missed out on some of the most drama? Would you like to have been in there when it's all started kicking off in the way that it is going to tonight, with people actually falling out?
Yeah, that would have been nice to see and be part of. But to be honest, I think that I kind of had my time in there and it was great. And now the task and everything else is going to be really, really stressful. And I think that some of the guys might struggle to cope with it start becoming combative.
Yeah, well, and part of that is down to you. So before Deeley left last night, if you saw the show, he dropped a truth bomb, let's say, on the housemates, and it certainly
we've got it.
Exploded. Yeah, let's have a little look.
We've got it.
If you're struggling to be heard, put your hand up, because there's some people that are really loud, and there's some people that do this professionally as a game. There's two people here that do it all of the time.
Before Deeley went, Deeley was like, you need to watch out for some people in here, they're playing a game. So that's why I think she answered you. And so I'm not going to talk...
behind each other's backs?
No, I don't think
No, this isn't behind backs, because I'm telling you now to your face.
So, Chris and Jojo, Deeley.
Yes?
Tell me more.
Well, they're the professionals within the group, which is why they do all the fancy, strange things and peeing in the... Funny enough, I only found out about that last night.
Yeah, did they not broadcast at the house? Funny that. It's weird, that, isn't it?
Are they a thing or not a thing, then? Or...
No, they're not a thing. Well, no, so Jojo is gay and very proud of that, and it's purely platonic, certainly from her side. She's made that very clear. She's kind of... Chris has made a few jokes about, you know, my girlfriend, and she's batted it away. Yeah. He might have slightly different feelings towards her, but my take on it is that actually... And I think you maybe would back this up. Their energy is genuinely matched. No, right? Absolutely. I think their friendship is genuine.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's genuine. I just think that it works for both of them.
Because they have a good time together.
But Deeley, I mean, interestingly, because it sounds like you've done this programme because, you know, once you were offered and the kids and family and friends said, yeah, go for it. But in your everyday life, daily life, excuse me,
brilliant.
You would never necessarily come into contact with people like the professionals that you mentioned.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Was that quite a shock for you? People of that profession.
It wasn't so much. It wasn't so much a shock, but to be in a room where everybody is desperate to get the oxygen. Yeah. And they want to be up front. They want to be first to speak, last to speak, and all that. I kind of pulled myself back away from it and just kind of watched it, and it's really interesting to see all the machinations that go on in there, because people mostly tell half-truths.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that is reality TV, and that's why we love it. But you have been great to watch. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.
Our next guest has been championing girl power since the 90s. But after trading in her Union Jack dress and platform boots for a writer's pen, Geri Halliwell Horner has inspired a whole new generation with her best-selling children's book.
To tell us about the brand new instalment, Rosie Frost, Ice on Fire. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Geri!
Geri's here!
So happy you're
I don't know
here,
what
Geri.
it is, but you must have some magical superpower because when you came in, we all just like lift up, we all get excited. And of course, you've presented this morning before.
Yeah, I
Do you miss it?
Well, I had such a nice time when I came before.
With Rylan, I mean, he was your biggest fan.
Well, you guys are part of my history, and
well, you're Spice Babies.
And we've known each other for
Long
such a long
time.
time. And Alison, my goodness, you are inspirational. The way you have just, it's good
But
for you. It's
honestly,
like coming
we get
home
so
here.
excited when you come. How are you? You good?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm so excited to be here. Yeah.
You look great, Geri.
Look at her.
Tell us about Rosie Frost. So this is the second book?
Mm-hmm.
First book took you how long?
About 7 years.
I love that.
7 years?
Yeah, because you're world building.
And then your publisher went, great, when's the next one? You're like,
Yeah.
right, OK,
Yeah.
get cracking.
Well, fellow author.
Well, tell us about, what's the story?
OK, so Rosie Frost, she is set in present day.
Mhm.
She's orphaned, but this is an unairbrushed orphan grieving, sent to an island. Island is a bit like Jurassic Park, but for endangered animals, at a school built by Queen Elizabeth I. Right, so that was 500 years ago. She's sent there. They're all descendants of Tudors, so if you like history, it's all in there.
Oh, wow.
And then it's like page-turning action adventure, and she has to find the courage, facing up to bullies. And second book, she finds out her mother was murdered.
Oh, my goodness.
And she wants revenge.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of love in there as well.
Oh, lovely.
Which we love love.
Is it true that she sneaks out as well? And this is based on your experience.
I do.
She's a little bit naughty and she sneaks out to see boys.
I wouldn't go as far as that, but I'm always borrowing little bits.
Moments.
Little bits, you know, whether it's from inside of yourself or other people. I'm like, oh, there's, you know, you'll find yourself in these characters.
But everyone's always going to compare you to this character.
No, you can't help it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
you, right? You can't help putting a little bit in
Absolutely.
there. This one is about revenge and the sort of subtext of, you know, when the ricochet of revenge. For example, if I do something bad to you and then you do it back, and then it just goes bang, bang, bang. But afterwards, you feel a bit icky afterwards.
Don't feel great.
It doesn't, and she behaves quite badly in it, but then realises, actually, was it worth it? And so it looks at that.
Where did the original idea come from, Geri? Have you had it for a long time? Because I know you love your history, you love Queen Elizabeth I, don't you? So
I'm a bit of a nerd. Like, I'm a curious, lazy nerd. I love, you know, like you're always finding out about things.
Yeah.
But I thought, wouldn't it be nice if the world had a new hero? Someone that's not perfect. If I can see it, I can be it. The boys cry, but they're not wet wipes. You know, the girls in there, there's all different kinds of characters and you'll find yourself in there. Not airbrushed, not perfect. And I thought, we need that. But also entertaining and funny and real.
And did you know you could do it? You know, sometimes, you know, you've got obviously this incredible profile. So when you're pitching a book, you know, in a strange way, it's got to be very good for them to buy into it because they can walk in and go, oh, here we go, Spice Girl wants to write a book. So you know already you've got that to contend with. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got to put the yards in, the hard yards in.
Yeah, I think, you know, I'm really grateful for the opportunities I've been given.
Yeah.
But I always think, OK, make it count. Always make it count. But I've always loved the power of words. You know, before music, you know, I'd studied English literature. And when I was in, you know, the band, I was always loved that part of the contribution, storytelling.
Yeah.
You know, through song or through the video.
Well, you speak so eloquently anyway in real life. When I hear you speak, you always speak so well.
Oh, well, thank you very much, as you do. We love you. I mean, I think this is about seeing each other grow. Like, I've watched you both in different ways flourish, and you're like, that's inspiring. If I can see it, I can be it. So, you know, we all have different chapters in our lives, as you have, and then you think, OK, I'm going to express myself in this chapter. So...
fencing in this book as well, because do you fence?
No, what happened is, when I do any, like, characters or scenes, I always research.
And do you do it properly?
Well, so when I'm writing it, because there's a fencing scene in it, and to learn how to write about it properly, you know, they talk about parrying. I didn't know what that was, so I got a fencing teacher.
Oh,
yeah, this is me. Oh my God.
Great.
And it's
Look, you even brought the white outfit to that as well. I love it.
Okay, so, and so he's teaching me different fencing moves, and there is a scene.
Great, man.
And
really good at it.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
to smack him on the
Did
head.
you keep the sword?
No, no.
It's great.
So that's just research.
It's so, so good.
And your daughter like it? Because in my head, when you came on, sat on the sofa, like when you don't see people often, the age of the children crystallises, doesn't it? Because I was like, oh, yeah, she's got like a 7 or 8 year old.
So true.
How old is she now?
She's 18.
Yeah, that's
No, she's not.
She's
scary
18.
time.
I would never have said she was 18. I've thought 8 maximum.
Isn't it funny?
Isn't that weird? You do polarise the age of the kids.
She came and presented on here, didn't she? With violin, the cooking.
Yeah, she was cooking.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter how old our children are, they're always our little
Still the kids.
babies, no matter
Does
what.
she study English? What does she think?
She is, I mean, she's bright as a button, and I do ask her opinions, as we do.
Is she your biggest critic?
I've said that before. She really is supportive, but there's a character in there called Ottilie, right, who's like dry and witty and funny and bright, and has these kind of acerbic sayings, and sometimes I sort of run them past Bluebell, like there's a saying, she says, "Oh, go sit on a cactus," you know, just like funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do run things past her, and she's amazing.
And it's a trilogy, right? So
It's a trilogy, so I'm writing number 3 as we speak.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to do this one?
This one was quicker. I would say it was about 18 months, but I did plotting, so you sort of do structure, so you kind of know what's going to happen, you know your ending. I'm already on number 3. Yeah.
Can you believe you're an author?
I know, it's amazing. I did write children's books before, like you do, and I admire anyone that, you know, does it. And it's amazing to be able to do it. And it's a dream come true.
Would you cast yourself in the film?
When I first wrote the number 1, I thought, oh, yeah, I could play one of the teachers, because I do like acting. But then now I'm thinking, oh, I'm probably going to go for the old
I think she'd be brilliant in a film. But you do the audiobook, don't you?
I do the audiobook.
And you've got all your accents.
I haven't got a Brummie in there, but I do some accents.
That's all right. What accents do you do? Come on, give us a little taste.
I had an accent coach there.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Well, that's good.
So we get Akiva. She says, "Oh my God, Alison, you got to be out of your mind."
That's so good.
And then we've got a Dermot. He's kind of one of the Ludo Vance. He's just Dermot. What are you talking about?
She's such a good actress.
And then we have Madame le Curé. You're just so elegant. I'm so proud of you. Absolutely.
You're so good. Oh, I want to listen to the audio now. I'm not going to read the book.
If you need the audio, I always think, you know, world build.
I met Mel B the other day, and obviously she tells me all the gossip about the fact that you've got a WhatsApp group and everything. Everyone's in my ear saying, is there going to be a reunion? Is there going to be a reunion, Gemma?
You know, I'm so proud of what we've done, and everybody, you know, really supportive. And some of the Spice Girl fans, you know, they come to the book signers. It's beautiful. What I will say, out of respect to the other girls, it will come as one.
It would come as one.
Come as one.
Yeah.
I think that's really important.
Because we all know the best things happen when 2 become 1.
Ah, no. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Eyes on Fire. Is that the sales on the audiobook? Also available on
Hi,
Audible.
everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning. And our lovely Mr. Craig David joins us now. It's so good to see you.
Listen, I got serenaded off camera then.
You did. That was just for you, Craig. That was just for you. No one else needs to see it.
Welcome, Craig.
Yeah, welcome. 25 years.
I know.
Unbelievable.
It feels like only yesterday.
But it's because the music is so good while it feels like it's yesterday. It doesn't feel like 25 years ago.
Thank you.
But how does it feel like? Do you feel good?
Yeah, I just feel it's so wholesome to know, like, the people who were there, like, at the start, who've grown with me on the journey. And then there's been other people who've met at different juncture points. And then when I listen to that little montage of songs, it warms my heart. Because I know that those songs mean so much to other people now. When I originally wrote them, it was all about, you know, I just want to get out there and see the world. But now those songs anecdotes and stories that people have in their lives. Like, they know where they met or they heard a song and they knew what they were doing when they listened to that song. So I'm just really grateful.
The lovely thing as well, sometimes you hear a song and you know it was written 20 years ago. Those songs, you feel like they could have been written like 2 or 3 years ago. No, it's true. That's what stands the test of time, isn't it? You do it all the time on the radio.
And they still mean so much to you now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go through life and you listen to the song again and it hits differently. It's bizarre.
It's that.
It is so weird. Because you watched it, you listened to it way back, it doesn't hit the way you hear it now.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, even when I listen to Fill Me In, even though it's like a different scenario, but that part with the pirate radio station where I'm doing my thing, we're in the garage era now. It's having that moment again. And it's just wholesome that it's so eccentric in UK that kind of music is continuously having its moment again and again. So I'm just grateful for songs like Rewind.
I'm so grateful.
Also, like 25, it sounds such a cliche thing to say, but 25 years just goes by in a heartbeat, right?
Yeah.
So take us back to, like, being a kid in Southampton, working class upbringing, living hand to mouth, and suddenly, you know, you're grafting, you meet the Alpha Dodgy Boys, you work together. Yeah. And we were talking about it in makeup, but you know, that first album just went...
Oh, it was...
Your life just turned around upside down.
It was unbelievable. Do you know what's funny? Last week I went down to Southampton with my mum. Well, I went to see my mum, who's down in Southampton, and there's a charity called Shelter.
Shelter, great, yeah.
And they asked, would you like to go back to your original flat where I was raised? And I said, I'd love to go inside with wow. Oh, you got the footage, wow. With my mum.
Is that your mum?
Yeah, yeah.
She's so lovely.
We went into the flat where I wrote all those songs, and that's the same living room that Fill Me In, Walking Away. That's the bedroom.
And is someone living in there now?
So there's a single mother with her 3 kids.
Yeah.
I got to meet them. They gave me a cake saying, welcome back home, Craig.
Welcome home.
But the most importantly was to just highlight that social housing was so important to me when I was growing up. And just to make sure that there's still funding, that the government keep funding for single mothers and single parents with kids for social housing, because I wouldn't have the life I have now without these beautiful beginnings with my mum.
That must have been overwhelming to sit in that room.
Oh, it was just it was like almost going back to see my inner child and like the young me and go back as a grown man.
Yeah.
And I even sang a couple of songs to the family. And I was thinking, wow, these walls have seen me as a 14-year-old kid writing these songs to then go back and sing them again.
Yeah.
But it really warmed my heart for the family there. Because
is that where the dream started, in that flat then, looking out on that balcony?
That was the balcony I looked at the outside of the Queen's house.
Did you pretend to like play towards like your fans? And
it was like my grandma, like when she used to take me to school, and God rest her soul, I could just feel her energy there. And my mum being in the house, it was like a full circle moment.
Yeah.
So I'm just really grateful for that.
And your dad's a big influence as well. Like the music your dad played for you.
Yeah, Dad was a bass guitarist in a group called Ebony Rockers. He got me to play classical guitar, which then led to like songs like Fill Me In and Seven.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't play those songs, Mark Hill was an incredible guitarist. But I've always had this affiliation with the guitar and breaking it down to just acoustic. Because if that's when you said about timeless, I think that all the songs, I could play them acoustically, and then it falls into, like, it's not about production, it's a song.
Yeah.
So, really fond times, man. I'm so glad I got that moment to do it with my mum.
I bet.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
She's watching, actually. I've got to say, Mum, like, we did it. We went home, right? We went back home. I love it.
Oh.
You're so sort of self-assured and happy and like...
And relaxed.
When you made the comeback, was it Glastonbury, the moment you came back and you were like, wow, there's still a crowd out there for me?
Glastonbury was a big moment. Because it was... You know, there's an eclectic crowd. They've all come to see different acts. And to be, like, on the Pyramid stage, performing the songs that we've just mentioned and new material, and my TS5 DJ set was part of that, as well as my live band. To see, like, 100,000 people showing so much love, it was like the biggest hug that you could get. Having been away.
When you went away, you were so loved all the time. And then you came back, honestly, it was a lovely... We were talking about it earlier, weren't we? We so needed you. And can we just talk about Usher?
Oh.
That was a moment, wasn't it? You performing with Usher. When I saw that, I was like, I could see you were so happy.
Do you know what? Having gone down to Southampton to see my mum, on the way back from Southampton to London, she said, I found your CD pendant, the chain that I used to wear back in the day.
No.
Haven't worn it for 20 years. She said, maybe you want to take it up to London with you. I was like, and I took it with. Then I got the call from Usher to come out. And I thought, let me throw the pendant back on, because he's got the Usher chain. And to have him on stage singing 7 Days with me
Unbelievable.
was an incredible sort of 25 years full circle. And then the following weekend, I ended up doing Garage Nation, which was something I used to go to as a kid. So it's just been a lot of... He gave me my flowers on stage, which was really beautiful.
What's it like when other people sing your song, like Usher singing your song? What does that feel like when you see that?
Do you know what? It brings... I mean, it's wholesome. I'm grateful. But it's also kind of those things of, like, you feel that over the years and you become peers.
Yeah.
And then he's got the grace to say, look, come and jump on stage if you're around to perform. And the way he spoke on there was just so poignant. I just got so much time for him.
Well, we can't show it out.
We should give him some hope.
No, we shouldn't.
He likes it when he sees other people singing.
He likes when he sees Usher singing it.
Look at this. Let's give you some wholesome.
Let me see some wholesome. Were you shaking the hips? Oh, yeah.
What's the next line?
Took her for a drink.
Took her for a drink on Tuesday, yeah. We went for a drink on Tuesday.
Come on.
On Sunday. Something else happened on Saturday, too.
I met this girl on Monday.
I took her for a drink on Tuesday.
We were making love on Wednesday.
And Thursday and Friday and Saturday.
We chilled on Sunday. Yes! Well done!
Craig David on the show tomorrow. 10 o'clock.
Yes!
But you know what? Damn it. The hips, my man. The hips. The Saturday
He makes me laugh so much.
Wow.
Honestly.
The love.
And when are we going to do a duet?
You know what? I'm always here for that. That's like the gift that keeps giving, that song.
Oh, yeah.
And it always keeps landing at different places.
We talked about dream come trues.
This is happening.
That's my dream come true, to sing with Craig David.
I'm here, you know, always.
Thank you.
Whenever.
Thanks for coming on the show. It's so lovely to have you.
So lovely to see you two. You two are
Thanks,
gleaming.
Craig.
I love it. Love you both.
Craig's new album, Commitment, comes out the 8th of August. Goes on pre-sale from today. Best of luck with everything.
Thank you. God bless you. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning. It was just the gift that kept on giving. Everywhere you turned, it was Christopher Maloney, for God's sake.
It was the best comedy of errors ever. 9 years on from that iconic moment, we're joined by the legendary celebrity Big Brother housemate behind it all, the one, the only. It's Tiffany Pollard.
Good
It's
morning.
so good.
How are you, Tiffany?
Good
I'm
to see
so
you.
good. Thank you for having me. I'm so ready to talk to you guys.
Oh, we're ready for you as well. I mean, take us back to 2016, that moment you got invited to go into Celebrity Big Brother. You're an American who has no clue who any of these celebrities are.
Yes.
What's your thinking behind doing it, and why did you even think of doing it?
Well, a big shout out to Craig Johnson Pass. Hello, who put me on the show. And I seriously went into the house thinking that everybody would know that I'm the HBIC, I'm reality royalty, but not in the Celebrity Big Brother house. They didn't know who I was. They thought I was the coffee girl. Go make us a cup of tea. Like, that's how it was.
So, had you any idea what to expect when you walked in? Have they told you you'd be, sleeping together and all that sort of stuff?
Oh, no, sweetheart. I didn't get downloaded with all the tea. Like, they just kind of, splattered little here and there. Because I thought I could drink all day and do whatever I wanted and even leave the house and go shopping.
Oh.
Like, I didn't know everything would just take place in the house and just be contained in the house like that. And I'm claustrophobic.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And isn't it weird when they take your phone off you? You haven't got your phone. Isn't it weird how quickly you adapt to it and how quickly you become OK with the cameras and how quickly you acclimatise?
I never became OK with any of it. I'm like, OK, this is good, but not good, but it's good, and it's a little bit of fun as well. It's an experience. Like, if you're not in there, you won't get it. But you get it, because you've done it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about.
Tiffany, how long was it when you were in there before the iconic David Deads moment happened? Was it do you remember? Was it
I want to say I was in there a good 8 days, maybe, because I wasn't really building any friendships too tough, but it just was a struggle. And when Angie said David, what other David was I coming in contact with?
Of course.
It made so much sense. And also, he hadn't been very well, had he?
Right.
David Guest had been quite ill. So the thought of it was quite natural thinking to think that maybe he died. Because he hadn't been well.
I mean, he was so sick and so pink, and his eyes were red. Like, he was sweating all the time. He was so sick.
And behind the scenes, had he been taken out as well?
Oh, my goodness. He had to be taken out, and he was on medication. Poor thing. I just figured he died.
I actually hate laughing.
Yeah.
Because, it's like David Bowie did actually die.
Yeah.
She was traumatised, and you in that moment was doing your big over-the-top Caribbean Literally, you was distraught. Like, that's natural. Like, it wasn't over the top. That was kind of mild.
Exactly.
I watch you, I think you're quite mild, actually.
I'm so stubborn. I was just going to stay thinking that it was David Guess. Like, once they told me David Bowie, it still didn't register. I'm, like, thinking, OK, but she told me David, so how was I wrong?
But also in those moments, sometimes the only thing you can do is laugh, right? Because everywhere, wherever you went, because you don't know any of these people, but we all know them from being on TV.
Yeah,
and,
right.
Like, some of them are more famous than others.
Yeah.
So you go out and suddenly you're talking to an X Factor finalist and it's going, David's dead. And the guy from EastEnders goes out of a jacuzzi. I'm like, oh, there he is. Like, wherever you look, it's just... It's, like, isn't it? It's just
so true.
It just keeps on giving. Like Daniel Westbrook's going, not that David.
But then it gets...
Like, every time I watch it, I'm getting something else from it.
But then it gets worse because you then find out he's not dead. In that moment, what was you thinking? Because you stormed out.
Yeah, I still didn't believe it. Like, I was going to have to check his body and see if he was really alive or dead because, to me, he was dead. Because when she said David, I was just going to hold on to it. He died. That's all I was
Look how angry you are.
Yeah,
You want to fight her.
Yeah, I was so upset. Like, don't play with me like that, Angie. She really played on my nerves.
So after this whole situation, was you able to say sorry? Did you take responsibility for what happened?
I don't know how to apologise to anyone.
Well, to be fair, you didn't really do anything wrong.
Thank you.
No, she didn't. She didn't.
No one really did anything wrong.
Nobody did anything wrong.
It was a misunderstanding.
Yeah. It was so good, though.
So, when you're in there, you and Gemma Collins didn't get on very well, did you? What?
No, we did not.
Well, you did in the beginning because she gave you a lovely pair of shoes.
She did.
And you were so grateful for those shoes.
It was my birthday.
And you were like, that's so kind.
Yes. They were designer shoes.
They were designer shoes.
Yes.
How nice is that of someone to do that for you?
I was excited. This was like a $3,000 pair of shoes, so I thought...
So kind. And then how did you find out that she kind of wanted those shoes back?
She went into my cubby and took the shoes. And one of the housemates told me, oh, Gemma took her shoes back, sweetheart, because you wouldn't apologize to Angie about the David situation. I was like, honey, I would have given you those shoes back because her big everything knocked stones out of those shoes. I did look at those shoes and examine them. They were missing so many diamonds, girl. She could have kept them.
Well, there was a moment. You gave us an iconic moment in the diary room. Let's take a look.
There we go.
And the shoes that she gave me were not something that I would particularly buy for myself. They were old maiden type of shoes. And she said that those shoes were meant to be worn on a beautiful woman. So if that's the case, she should have put them back on the rack and she should never even purchase them because she was unqualified to own those shoes if that's the case. And I think Gemma is just a disgrace.
I know you're friends now.
Who said that?
Are you and Gemma, have you made up? I mean, do you DM each other and are you back?
We will never be that close, Alison. But what she did say when I left the house, she said, well done.
It is amazing, though.
I took that.
It's only like you two would understand it because you've been in there. Just how the small things, and when we're watching it,
really upset you.
We're watching it. We're like, oh, this is everything. But when it's the small things like that that really upset you. Isn't
It's
the
huge.
stuff you hold on to.
Yeah.
It's a massive thing.
Yeah, and you have to storm to the room to get the alcohol, or else all the boys take it, and you can't get any wine that night. Like, it's a
Tiffany's
madhouse.
wine. You got to have Tiffany's wine. Tiffany, what? Are you glad you went in?
So glad.
Yeah.
I would do it again and again and again and again.
Oh, I'd love you to see you go back in this one. What do you make of the housemates?
I think it's a very interesting house. I think it's a very opinionated house, and there's some love connections going on. And just one housemate just won't be quiet. Her opinion is all over the place.
Who's that?
Trisha.
Are you feeling Trisha? Are you not feeling Trisha?
Oh, my goodness, I could not live with Trisha because, bless her, I would wind up telling her, hey, sweetie, like, you're not an expert on this topic.
So who's your favourite, then?
My favourite, I would have to say, JoJo is crushing it right now.
She is.
She really is. I would love to live with her.
Well, you crushed it, Tiffany.
Tiffany,
you
have
came
made
here,
my
you
day.
crushed, you conquered, you mic dropped, you're out. Celebrity Big Brother, late and live airs tonight at 10:30 on ITV2. Thank you.
Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks,
Hi,
Tiffany.
everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning. What a legend. And as he gets ready to head back on stage, comedian Jimmy Tarbuck is here now. Thank you for joining us.
Jimmy.
A very good morning, you two.
Watching those clips, man. The era you've lived through is just extraordinary.
Well, being with and seeing those people on there and then seeing you two here, it's like working with Morecambe and Wise again.
I won't ask you to.
Follow that. Yeah, they were... It staggered me because one night before I did the Palladium the first time in '63, I was on a club in Manchester. I drove through the night, slept in the car, and a man called Val Parnell ran the Palladium along with the Grade brothers, and he said, hello, call me Uncle Val. I said, oh, OK, Uncle Val.
Whatever you
He
want.
said, I've seen enough of you in here. He said, you're going to be great tonight. And I did the worst rehearsal imaginable, and I went, take your time, take your time. And I went on and had a night of nights. They were with me, the guys who count up there, go on, give him a go. And
Do
it
you
was
know what?
lovely.
Sometimes the rehearsals, when you have a bad rehearsal, it's actually a good omen, and you always have a good show.
Oh, well, it doesn't happen all the time, but yes, and you know, and you do. And the London Palladium is the most famous theatre in the world.
Yeah.
Because everywhere I've been, I'm saying this where I've been, but you go, hey, you're from the London Palladium? You know, in Australia. Yeah, it was just wonderful.
But the London Palladium was your playhouse, wasn't it?
Oh, it was very lucky to me. They were very kind to me. And I've just done 15 nights there with Barry Manilow. And that was a thrill.
I bet.
And we used to meet in the corridor, like you do here.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? He said, Jim, did you kill them? I said, I killed them. He said, what did you do? I said, 3 of your songs. And he went, you didn't, did you? And he asked the band, and the band were laughing. And they joined, and yeah, Jim sang all the huge ones. And for a minute, then he went, I'm watching you.
Yeah, brilliant.
You have everybody.
He was a nice lad and
Jimmy,
great performer.
Take us way back to, 9 years old with your dad.
Yeah.
Was it Fred your dad was called?
Yes, and when I came in from school, short trousers.
Well, he just seems like everything I've read about him, he just seems such a kind man and so nurturing for you.
Good fella.
Yeah? And he took you to go and see, you know, the 2 comedy legends, which is that's where you fell in love with comedy, Laurel and Hardy.
He said to me, Mother said, wash your knees, short trousers. Why? Your father's taking you out. So wash my knees, you know. And we got in with Mum, and we went down the Liverpool Empire. And I'm just sat there, and I had my heroes. And all of a sudden, I'll try and do it. It went bump, 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 bump. You know, Dad, I said, that's Laurel and Hardy. He said, here they are. And they walked on, and he didn't tell me. And he just looked at me and laughed. He said, do you like them? I said, I love them. And I ran down the aisle to where the band were in the pit. And the big man just went, hello, kid. How are you? And I went,
my God.
fine,
I got
thank you. And
shivers out.
That's
and I said to my
tingles.
he spoke to me. And I was in love with the guy. I was in love with Laurel and Hardy. I still am.
And that inspired you to what has been a wonderful career.
I suppose it kicked it off a little bit. And lots of things. And working with nice people. And if you work with nice people, you're very lucky. And show business, they're nearly all nice people.
It's a bad rap, doesn't
and
it?
If they're
most
a pain
people are
in
great.
The bum,
they don't,
ignore.
Yeah.
You just go, oh, yeah, I've had enough of... You know, you don't join in, but you...
You were friends with all the icons, Cilla Black. What was she like?
That was Liverpool. She was in the cavern taking the coats. And if you were lucky, you got your coat back. She did nick 1 or 2. She was a great girl, Cilla. Oh, lovely.
Did you give her a little tip when you got your coat back? Did you give her like some money?
No, I just give her a tip, and unfortunately, at her funeral, it was like a royalty was being... The whole of Liverpool was turned out, and I won't drop names, but Tom Jones says, what do we do next? So, and I did say this. I said, well, let's watch Cliff Richard. I said, he's very into this and knows what to do. We watched Cliff, and the burial took place, and it was... You can't believe Friends. I thought they were all immortal, mine who have gone. Little Corbett, you know, you go to Bobby Moore, but all nice people. And they left us just kind of quick. And I just thought, no, these are immortal, these people.
And then for you, Jimmy, is that why it's so important? Just keep going.
Well, the fact that I can still do it, and God bless them, the people come out to see me.
People love you, though, Jimmy.
No, I don't know about that.
They do. They still come, and they absolutely adore you. I mean, 6 decades. It's unbelievable.
Well, it's... I've been blessed. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
There is someone up there and said, give Tarbuck a chance. And I've loved every minute of it. I love being Jimmy Tarbuck. And people say hello in the street. They invariably are very nice. Tarby! You know, tax drivers and then lorry drivers and all. Hi, Jim. How's it going? Yeah. I was with my granddaughter one day. I bet that's not your wife. I went, how dare you? Yes.
I listen to your daughter all the time. What is she like with you? What is she? Does she speak to you? Do you critique her on the radio?
Well, I've done a few things with her, a couple of plays and one film. She's very easy to work with. She's a good actress. And she does her radio show, which they tell me, which I'm thrilled is very popular. And I'm...
It's great, Jimmy. She's got, like... Because, you know, I know pretty well from radio, too.
I was walking in Liverpool,
funny bones.
And a gang of Scousers, kids, you know, 12 and upwards. One went, there's Jimmy Tarbuck. And the other one went, well, who's he? Lisa's dad. I was furious. How dare you?
That's great.
She thought it was wonderful.
Jimmy, keep on going, buddy.
Well, I'm trying to, but you're enjoying yourselves.
Doing
How
well.
many mornings a week?
We do with the Friday guys.
With the Friday
we're
guys,
on this week because it's half term.
Oh, of course.
Easter holidays.
Yes.
Thanks, Jimmy.
It's a great
good
pleasure
to see you.
To see that you two actually breathe. No, it's not often I see a nice-looking lad there and bringing his mum on the show. I mean, you really are. I mean, it is lovely, isn't it?
Jimmy's tour, An Evening with Jimmy Tarbuck, starts 23rd of April. Tickets available now. Thanks, Jimmy.
I like you. I've got to come and see you at the Palladium.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.
Fit and Tanya and Phil join us now. Welcome to the show. You've got your own show.
I know.
How good was this? And who came to you and said, we've got this concept, it's going to be in your house with all your family, including your mum and dad?
Yeah.
Who came to you?
So ITV, we spoke about it for a long, long time, but Phil would just never do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Work commitments, don't it?
Well, no.
Totally understand.
Well, as you know, Alison, I'm an oversharer, but Phil's quite a private person, so he sort of married the wrong woman, really, because I tell everyone everything about him. Yeah, but the kids wanted to do it, so sort of with peer pressure, you've done it, haven't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
And he's
Or was it
loved
just literally death by 1,000 cuts? You're like, all right, you want to do it? OK, well, let's do it.
Yeah, we're sick in getting asked the question, so I gave in the end.
But it's a serious question. If you are a private person, it's quite something to let cameras into your life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it certainly is. Obviously, playing football for 20 years, this is obviously totally different. Yeah. Privacy, cameras in your house and stuff.
Right, because you're playing football, you know the camera's on you, but you're just in the zone, aren't you?
Yeah, of course, and it's totally different when obviously it's inside your house. But listen, we had fun with it. It's humorous, and everyone played the part.
Yeah.
Well, literally, they all play.
Yeah.
I mean, the kids were loving it. Do the kids love it?
Yeah, well, they're just little superstars anyway. They are literally like performing monkeys, aren't they? Especially the little one. Oh, my goodness.
He's so funny.
He's hilarious. He's hilarious. But he's still not got rid of his trumpet. So he came home with this trumpet, and I was like, how long have you got this for? Because the school lived in it.
Though.
It was like, a year. Oh, my God. But when the other two boys, when they had their instrument, it never got out of the box. So we just got away with it. But this trumpet, oh, he's obsessed with it.
Have you noticed, with a camera crew, does it make you a little bit on edge sometimes? Do they get to see everything? Do you forget the cameras are there?
Yeah, and they become like family in the end. But I think with Phil, it was a little bit different because he's obviously been a professional footballer for so many years and he's very media trained, whereas I'm not. So he's like...
but
do you look at
tells
Tanya
everyone
something?
my secrets as well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I remember once I visited Graceland, Elvis Presley's house, and you can look all sort of downstairs, but no one's allowed upstairs.
Yeah.
How is it in your house?
Oh, you can go anywhere.
Oh, they're
in my house.
upstairs.
So there's no safe space for you guys.
Yeah.
Just go. Just gonna.
And we watched episode 1, and Phil's he's very, very particular about cleanliness and stuff, and he's like, the boys' bedroom's a mess. I was like, oh, no one cares.
I like tidy. Everything in order.
Yes.
Again, wrong. Married the wrong
Yeah,
woman.
no, it's good. It works.
I've got to be honest, that when I was watching the show, I was just looking at the house. That's what you do, don't you? You like, look at that house. And to be fair, with the amount, you've got 4 kids there, I can't believe you keep it so pristine.
Well, so my little nan, she's 87, and she loves cleaning. Like, she loves cleaning. Like, if you stand still long enough, she'll clean you. And you'll see her on the show, and she's just going around.
Oh, bless her.
Your nan is a star, but your mum deserves her own show.
Oh, I love Julie.
Julie.
She's a star, Julie.
Can you talk me through Julie and Steve?
Yeah.
I mean, the 3 things that stood at the birthday card. Can you explain that?
So she wrote my dad a birthday card and wrote love from Julie and Steve.
So his own birthday card.
Yeah, yeah.
What else have we got? I mean, it's a bit dark, but it's very funny. The funeral.
Oh, my God. So my mum still writes my cards for me, which I know it's...
Like as if it's from Tanya?
Yeah, like to family members, anyone. I'd rather just
So
text
sweet.
them, I know. But we had, sadly, a funeral and we had a wedding in the same week, and she got the cards wrong and signed them from me. And, of course, I can't say, well, I'm 43. My mum writes my own card, but she got hers right.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then she run you over.
And she run my foot over. And she's not sorry. Well, your foot shouldn't have been there. Your foot shouldn't have been there. Tanya. But she ran over my foot and stayed on it. So I'm screaming. She's like, she's such a drama queen. And she still didn't believe me. She went, I thought you were just pranking me. She said, I thought you put the leaves on your back on purpose.
Julie needs her own show, Al.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
She needs her own show. She absolutely... Oh, she could come on here and present. You know, get Julie on. When you actually watched it, what did you think seeing the actual... What did you think actually seeing yourselves on the telly? What was it like? Was you happy with the edit?
Yeah, superb. I think they've done a great job.
They've done a great job, and it's hilarious. And I just think it's for all the family. You can sit down with your kids, and it'll just, you know, on a Sunday, and you're a bit glum, you're going back to work on a Monday, and it'll just give you a feel-good feeling.
It's happy TV, I know.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's absolutely.
It's more like a 70s sitcom comedy sort of thing because everyone's just hilarious.
How long have you been together now?
A long time.
18 years-ish.
18 years now.
Yeah.
Come on,
what's the secret?
Well, I think arguing, you know. I do.
You like a good argument.
Clear the air.
If he's bugging you, tell him, yeah.
Yeah, we do that all the time.
And I get told a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you? What's the secret for you?
I just do as I'm told.
You do
the
not.
easy way.
You do not.
For the easy life.
He doesn't.
We'll leave it there.
I might send him to the moon, though, with Katy Perry. I'm up for that. I'm going to buy that for your birthday.
Yeah, but it's only for 15 minutes, isn't it? It's not long enough.
The Party Bunch starts on Wednesday at 9 o'clock on ITVB.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
Years ago, our next guest met during a chance encounter at the Brit Awards, and then they've since been the best of buddies.
Oh, hello. From playing the Soccer Aid together to becoming new parents, Mark Wright and Ollie Mers are now taking over the radios with their brand new Saturday morning show. What? Hang on a minute.
Bit awkward, this.
Whoa. Time out a minute. What time's your show on?
9 till 12.
9 till 12?
Sorry, Dan.
I'm on 8 till 10. Who booked these guys?
We had Greg James on yesterday talking about his breakfast show.
This
is my revenge today.
Hi, lads.
Great to see you. Congrats on the Heart gig. I mean, the second I saw that pairing, I thought they've just absolutely nailed this. Because I feel like the fact you're real friends and you're having good fun, but this seems like the right time in both of your careers to do it.
Yeah, it feels exactly
exactly like that. I mean, we've been friends for a long time, and we've been asked to do things together a lot, obviously, and we've always been like, nah, we just want to enjoy being friends.
Yeah.
And then eventually we were with each other so much and it just felt so right to do something. And then our boss, Rich, come forward at Heart and said, why don't you do a show together? And then we did a couple of things and we was like, actually, we love it. And
well,
we started.
The second I saw that book and I thought, who put those two Herberts in a radio studio together? Who is the boss? You're the boss. You must be the boss.
Yeah. Boss?
In terms of, like, who drives it? Because you do radio.
Yeah.
And you love to turn up and go, hi, guys, how's it going? And everyone fall over himself.
You remember when I did the Extra Factor? That was kind of what me and Kaz did. Kaz always like run the ship and I was just in the background doing stupid stuff.
Nah, you're more than that.
But no, Righty, yeah, definitely the serious guy. And he's the one behind the desk. I'm just on the other side, just having a laugh.
We completely split it, though. I mean, and you'll know this, Derm, and Sean as well, of course. Radio, you'd think it would be, it's just lifting the mic and, just talking. It's actually, there's a lot of techniques in it and language you have to use and whatever else. And I remember thinking how long it took me to learn. And I was thinking, Ollie's an amazing broadcaster, so he's going to pick it up like this. But it might take a few weeks, but instantly, he was just unbelievable.
Annoyingly natural, isn't he?
Yeah, he's annoyingly good at everything.
Annoyingly talented on everything he does.
Have you found it all?
I'm loving it, to be honest with you. It's brilliant. And like I'm not, he's brilliant at it as well.
Yeah.
So to work with someone who's already experienced and knows what he's doing, it's just been a really easy transition for me to get in. Because I've always been the one that's been interviewed. So to actually do live radio, I'm really enjoying the whole process. And we just, like you guys were saying, and we've got a great natural friendship and chemistry. So we literally just go live and we just have a laugh for 3 hours. It's brilliant.
Yeah, and that's the difference. I've always done it on my own for 14 years. And, you'll know this, both of you, and you used to do your own show as well, Sean. You're just talking to a mic and talking to the audience. Now I've got him, I'll bring up a subject, he'll come back with something, make me cry laughing, and we just have a conversation. So it really is, it's gone from work to just sitting having a chat with my mate with the mic's up. We have to make sure the mic is down at a certain time.
We forget always the skill, isn't it? It's always the gamble.
The stuff between the songs that would make the best, maybe podcast. Maybe
maybe more of a podcast.
Yeah. But you guys obviously have had all your celeb guests on straight away because you've got a lot of friends in the business. So that's great. So people listening know that that's going to happen. I know you both love a prank or two, which I've seen you do. But now you're both girl dads.
All right.
That's nice, isn't it, Dad era?
Well done.
It's so lovely because we've got Maddie in a really great routine at home now, so she sleeps through the night. We get on Saturday breakfast at 9 o'clock, and I see Righty coming. I think you've had a bad night.
He's out of the woods already.
Yeah,
I'm sort of out of it at the moment.
The best thing for me, he's 11 months in front of me, and we went to the Euros together. We did a road trip to Germany, and he had just had a kid, and he was like, "Oh, Mark, I'm so tired." But because he's 11 months in front of me, he's already done the learning bit, so I just have to ask him questions. Ollie, what do I do now? How do I change his nappy? What do I do? And he just tells me everything and warns me about what's next.
Already, all I'm doing is fast-forwarding probably 13 years and feeling so sorry for that poor boy, both of them, that walked through that door, meeting these two as their dad. Hi, Mr. Mers, Mr. Wright.
We are literally training now, aren't we? Are we, right? In the gym every week.
That's why his biceps look like this.
Oh, no, it's so lovely, though, because I remember, Ollie, when I last saw you, I was pregnant, and you're 3 months ahead of me. So I'm doing the same. I'm asking him for tips, and we'll all exchange notes, because you're in... They call it the trenches at the minute, because you're in the early stages.
Do you know what? She's absolutely amazing. She's so good, and... She's only 5 weeks old, and we'll get to 11 p.m. She'll go to sleep, and she won't wake up again until like 5, and it's
That's
just
lovely.
Incredible. I mean, but as you say about talking about tips, we saw Ed Sheeran last week on our show as well, and the first thing he said to me, and I'm like, Ed Sheeran, I'm a super fan of Ed. I didn't even know he knew who I was, and he walked up and he just went, "How you feeling?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" I didn't know he knew that I had a child. He said, "How you feeling?" I was like, "Well, why's that?" He said, "Well, you're a new dad." I was like, "Oh yeah." He said, "Trust me, it gets easier."
So let's go with Ed and Elton. What advice do you get?
Well, Elton, he was just more about discipline, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He said to me he had a difficult childhood, so he was more on the line of, make sure he didn't want his kids live in fear and stuff like that. So we took that on board, and obviously Ed was just, full of beans. He was happy because his kids are about 3 or 4 years of age. He's sort of out of that period, but
he just kept saying it gets easier. Ed.
Yeah.
He was like, "I've got no tips for you. There's nothing you can do. Just know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel."
But we're loving it though, and that's
it's
amazing. It is.
The best thing
it's
ever.
just been incredible to be a dad.
Yeah, you never want to
the
wish
journey
that
of
away.
it.
You're in the
amazing.
froglet period, is what me and my mates called it. Where
Froglet.
They just basically fall asleep on you like little froglets.
Oh,
like
they
that,
took the little legs up.
So cute.
It is so sick. The scrunch.
And it happened. It goes so quickly.
Well, I mean, already I'm at 9 months. I don't know where that's gone. You're coming up to a year with your little girl, aren't you?
Yeah, next week's her birthday, so I'm like, right, what are we going to do? And then I'm thinking, well, she's only...
Yeah,
we're going to do something,
much.
but not do too much.
Yeah.
We've got all the family coming around. They'll be smothering her with loads of presents and stuff and cake. So it's going to be lovely, yeah, really special.
Mark, I've known you a long time. When me and my partner Jake saw your news, we were just over the moon for you both. And the name is gorgeous, which I hadn't actually heard before, and it's a lovely sort of meaning behind it, isn't there?
Well, that's what the papers say.
Oh,
we just...
It's all made up.
Yeah, we just love the name. We
Yeah.
love the name Palmer. With an ER, and then we just liked putting an A on it, which is like the way it read. So, yeah, we just love the name, really.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
And are you just enjoying it, both of you, having that time together as well? Because you're both so busy all the time.
Yeah, it's incredible. We're just enjoying being parents, and she's downstairs somewhere now with my lovely wife. She's waiting for me.
Oh, she was in the studio yesterday, weren't she, with you?
Yeah, then she came to my radio show, because I'm covering the Drive show at the moment at Heart, so she came in the studio with me yesterday. I just posted a video, actually. I had her on my shoulder whilst doing a link. Nice. It's, they say it's the best feeling in the world. They're not wrong. It is.
Yeah. Now... Ollie's on tour, and there's an Essex gig that Mark's going to be duetting with. That's what I'm reading.
Yeah, what is this about?
Yeah.
You heard me
Change
sing.
the script.
See, what it is, I just held my voice back for many years.
Right.
I was like, Ollie, I'll let you take singing, and I'll just say on the radio for now. Finally, we're coming together.
I need that old school East End crew.
Thing is, I'm getting him gigs, and he's getting paid for it. Yeah, I did a gig at his house. Did I get paid? Did I get paid?
No, I'm sorry.
At his house? To be fair.
No, it's amazing. He was. I did we did a housewarming party. We called it Marcella, like a mini festival. And Ollie was. I googled his
Castle
gigs.
Park.
At Castle Park. So I googled where he was on tour. So I wonder if I can blag him if he's close by. And I was like, right, he's at Castle Park. He's going to Plymouth tonight after the gig. He's there tomorrow. He has to kind of drive past our house. Mersey, you wouldn't mind stopping in and doing like a mini concert? He's like, right, are you having a laugh? I've got the whole crew on the tour bus. So they ended up parking the tour bus at the end of the road. They all stayed on the tour bus. He came in and did a gig. And it weren't till the next day when I realised what he had to go through to do it. I was like,
can you imagine?
I actually feel really bad. I'm forever in debt.
Amazing.
So can you imagine turn up at Wrighty's house at midnight and everyone's just having the best time, and it's near the end where they're all just completely drunk, and there's me. I've just done a gig. I've turned up.
He actually looked scared.
Boys, congratulations on the new gig. Well done, buddies. You can listen to Heart Breakfast with Mark Wright and Ollie Burse every Saturday morning from 9 on your radio and Global Player.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.
Someone who knows it better than anyone is her daughter, Billy D, who is here with us now. Hi.
Hi.
Great to have you with us.
It's great to be here.
Just watching your mum is always it's that kind of combination of pride and it's my mum.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Like universally, it's the mum look, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, can you imagine your mother going on a reality TV show?
Oh no,
man.
No, absolutely not. But did you almost persuade her to do it?
Yes, it was me who persuaded her to do it. I mean, she gets asked quite a lot to do it, but there's never been a good time. There's never really been a reason. But she's so passionate about talking about cancer and living with long-term life-limiting illnesses. And we just felt this was the perfect time for her to go on and, represent, all the millions of people who are living with conditions like that, especially at the time, when the government are, limiting personal independent payments and people are really suffering. So I think the fact that she's chosen to go on it this time is going to really impact a lot of people and make a big difference, hopefully.
So when you actually had that conversation with her and you sat down, was it quite a kind of... Were you pushing against an open door? Was you like, this is the right time? Because, her career's been so varied and successful, and, now she's obviously focusing on living her life. Was there a part of her that just went, do I really want to do this?
No, I don't think she's ever thought, I really want to do this. It's just, she's never really been interested in reality TV. But I just said to her, look, I think you can talk as much as you like about living with cancer, but people need to actually see you and see it. And then she thought, OK. So that was the moment that really clinched it for her, I think.
Yeah, nice.
It's not, and you could tell by the reaction of the crowd, even when she came in. We've all got a soft spot for Trisha. I grew up watching her doing her chat show, and I really remember her as this British Jerry Springer with so much warmth, and that's how she appeared when she came up on stage and said that quote about, just don't be scared of dying so much that you start being scared of living.
Yeah.
I think that just resonated with everyone, didn't it?
It really did. It really did. She's always been an ambassador, for the underdog or for people going through a hard time, and she's always willing to put herself out there, and I'm so proud of her.
But were you heartened by that reception? Because I think when I was reading in my notes, she said, she hasn't been on TV for a while.
Yeah.
And yet she was just universally adored.
Do you know what? I think both of us just sort of forgot. A lot of time has gone by since her show, and I just think when everyone started chanting Trisha, I was jumping up and down. I couldn't believe it, and I could see on Mum's face that she was a bit taken aback by it as well. But she is a legend, and I'm really glad that, maybe this reminds her of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, because of her chat show host past, she'll be very good at sort of being the negotiator, probably settling a lot of arguments. She's got a lot of interesting characters in there as well. Do you see that she's going to have to probably have words with a few of them?
I mean, she's already had words with a few of them. I mean, look, Mum will have a go at anyone she wants to. But yeah, she is really good at sitting down with people, getting those sort of difficult stories out. I think after the eviction tonight, she'll really come alive and be there supporting people. So, you know, let's see how we go. Sometimes Mum does start fights as well, so fingers crossed that doesn't happen too much, but we'll see.
She's a mediator, but
Yes.
you don't think she'd necessarily be the mother of the house.
The thing is, I've lived with her. I think it's very different, her doing her day job to actually living with someone day to day. You know, she can be a bit cheeky. She can push people's buttons sometimes.
Yeah.
So look, let's see how we go.
I like that she was honest. I remember the first night, you know, Danny Beard was really loud, and I like that she just went straight over and said, by the way, you did my head in last night, you're too loud.
I mean, I've had that conversation with my mum several times. I almost cringed for Danny there. Yeah, I was like, Mum, don't be so grumpy on your first morning. But, you know, I think she commands respect, doesn't she?
Yeah, and he appreciated the honesty.
He did.
Do you think Mickey Rourke will be one that will appreciate the honesty?
I think he will. I think he might have an ally in Mum. I think, you know, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But they're of a similar age, a similar generation. Yeah, I think they might.
She could be the link, couldn't she? She could be that link between him and the younger generation.
Yeah.
And him realising the words he uses, even if he doesn't mean them with offence, are offensive and are antiquated, and sort of, you know, and maybe bring him out a little bit.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Let's hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, because there'd probably be a level of respect there. If she said it in the right way to him, then he maybe would take it on board, and we might see that side of him. We'll have to wait and see, because he's obviously up for eviction, so who knows what will happen tonight. We've heard her already telling stories about you, which must be weird to hear your name being dropped with Nelson Mandela and all that kind of stuff.
Mum loves a name drop. Mum loves a name drop, as I'm sure we'll hear a few more of them as the show goes on. But it is weird hearing stories about me. It's weird hearing my name mentioned. I'm just sitting at home, I'm like, oh, God, OK. No, but she has lived an incredible life, and normally it is her interviewing other people, so I think it's great she has a chance to share some of her own stories.
People haven't heard that story, and obviously you can't remember it, but can you tell us the Nelson Mandela story?
I mean, obviously, I can't remember, but, you know, I think it's probably one of Mum's proudest moments of her career. She was the first black person on Australian TV, which was massive.
What?
Yes.
The first black person on Australia TV in general?
Yeah. So, yeah, she made history with that. And so when Nelson Mandela was released from prison and he went on his tour, they sent my mum to interview him. So, yeah, that was incredible. And Mum used to bring me everywhere with her when I was a baby, and I was screaming and crying my head off, and Nelson Mandela wanted to hold me. And, yeah, I've got a little signed note from him at home still.
Wow.
Really
Lovely
incredible.
line, like he hasn't heard a baby cry for 20-odd years or something. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, your mum is a legend, and I'm sure the public are going to be backing her. Do you think she wants to win?
I don't think Mum wants to win. I don't think that was ever her intention. I think she's in there to fly the flag for everyone, you know, going through cancer or chronic illness. And, you know, I think she was really shocked not to have been nominated. I think that would have been a big moment for her and a big surprise. Yeah, I don't actually think Mum's ever won anything in her life. So we'll see what happens. But
She's winning in life.
Yeah, I was going to say,
What
she
she's
might
doing.
just absolutely naturally breeze through on this one. You never know.
You never know.
Lovely chatting to you. Celebrity Brother continues tonight at 9 p.m. on ITV1, ITVX and STV and STV. Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.
We're back.
We have Harlan Coben to thank for all of those binge-worthy series that have kept us entertained and second-guessing everything forever. And as he releases a brand new detective novel, weighty. Like it. He joins us now. How are you? Heavy stuff, Harlan.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
How many
Good to see
words
you
we
guys.
stick? How many? 400 plus.
There we go. How's it going this morning?
Yeah, really good. Lovely to see
Thank
you.
Nice to see you guys.
Oh, brilliant.
I so watch Dermot a lot of mornings dancing on Instagram, so it's nice to be here in person.
The strangest thing is when I adore this man. The strangest thing is when he, like, every now and again, he'll like something, he'll send you a message. You're like, oh, what? Harlan Coben knows who I am. I've been a fan of yours for ages.
Thank you, man.
You're such a good writer.
Thank you so much.
When you first started out, you just wanted to get one in a bookshop.
Yeah, it's incremental ambition, right? Like, oh, if I could just one day see one of my books in the store. Okay, 2.
Yeah.
Just to show it wasn't a fluke. Just 2. Okay, if I could just like scratch out an embarrassing living. If I could one day hit a bestseller list, just one. Okay, if I can one day hit #1. You know, so all those things incrementally worked out okay. But it took a while. It was fun.
Most people would never think they could, though, and I suppose it wasn't it a dare or something from a mate that was like, go on, publish a book.
Yeah, it was sort of like that, but, you know, and you saw those weird stats. It's just like, who is that? Who's coming on the show? I was sort of interested myself. It's worked out really interesting.
Wow. What did you do before? What was your background before you started putting pen to paper?
I was a political science major in college, which is a euphemism for I have no idea what I want. I mean, I think a lot of what you do and what I do is because we're not fit to have a real job.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm disorganized. I'm forgetful. You know, if you ask me what else I would be, I'd be like a duvet cover. I got nothing else. I can only make stuff up. So I'm happy I'm here.
And it's so epic because obviously most of your books now are being adapted to be massive Netflix hits. The one that a lot of our audience will know you for at the minute is Fool Me Once with Michelle Keegan. We've got Mark Wright coming in later.
I know. So I had a Mark. I had to congratulate him on being a dad.
Yeah,
it's so
nice.
exciting.
But did you expect it to go as big as it did?
No. No, you never really expected it. It was really fun to watch and talking to Michelle a lot when it was going on. Like, can you believe how many people are watching? She goes, I'm getting so many calls, and just watching England kind of consume it. It was really fun.
I love the quote, the secret for you is inspiration, perspiration, and desperation. Can you explain that for us?
Yeah, so inspiration, to be a writer, you have to be inspired.
Yep.
Perspiration, do the actual work of writing. But the third, what we talked about before, desperation, we're not fit to do anything else, like hold a real job. And that fear that I would have to wake up in the morning and go to like a drugstore and sell lipstick or whatever else, that fear is one of the things that drives me.
And it never goes away?
Never goes away.
Even with everything you've sold?
This is my, I think, 36th or 37th novel. What? I'm always scared out of my mind that this, you know, how people are going to... This is so exciting for me. This is the time when the book becomes a book, right? You read it, and all of a sudden, Kierce and Molly and these characters come to your life in your head different from everybody else's. That's still the part that jazzes me, that one-on-one relationship I get to have with the reader. It's
also,
so cool.
It's so exciting how people take a character in their own way. Like, people interpret it in their own way and own it in their own way, don't they? And part of that is, when it goes on television or film, it kind of has a different identity to a point,
you lose
doesn't
it. Actually, that's why it's so different. I mean, some people like the book, some people like the TV shows, but they should be different. They should not be the same experience, and I don't want it to be the same experience.
And yet they're so adaptable.
Yeah, thanks.
Which is incredible, right?
Yeah, because the twists and turns, and hopefully you're all caught up in Fool Me Once. You want to know what Michelle Keegan's going to happen, what the outcome is going to be, how can this possibly be, how could she be seeing her dead husband on a nanny cam, and that's the fun of it. Yeah.
So you don't get annoyed then if the TV adaptation changes your writing and changes your
actually
twist?
the opposite.
Yeah?
I wanted to. Like, why would I want to give you the exact same experience as reading a book? Read a dang book if you want that experience. I want to give you a different experience with it.
And so this one, does it almost follow on from Fool Me Once? Is that
a little
right?
bit. So what happened was Adil Akhtar was in the TV
He's so
show.
good.
Unbelievable actor. And I wanted to work with him for so long. And when I'm watching him on set, I'm like, that guy has more stories to tell. And so this is a year after Nobody's Fool. And quickly, so when Sammy Kierce was 21 years old, he was backpacking through Europe, as a lot of people do, and fell in love with a woman named Anna, like you meet on vacation as you do.
Yeah.
And on a fourth dinner together, he wakes up and he has a bloody knife in his hand and she's murdered, and he runs. 25 years pass. He's really just desperate after what happens in Fool Me Once. He's making no money. He's teaching an adult night class. He looks in the back of the room, and a woman stands up, and he realizes it's Anna, the woman he saw murdered 25 years ago.
Oh, I mean...
That's how Nobody's Fool opens up, yeah.
I love the sequence of that. I love seeing Adil bring that character to life.
Yeah.
Made you think there's something more in that character.
Right, it wasn't even the book Fool Me Once. It was actually the TV show and watching Adil and wanting to work with Adil again at some point. But really, I was talking to Adil and I was like, your character just has more secrets. There's more going on in his life. So I skip a year after Fool Me Once, and that's when this starts.
That's so interesting, isn't it? That a role that was never meant to be a lead role almost has now inspired a whole...
Exactly, yeah.
I love the way that kind of works.
He does that kind being that, like, do you when you're writing now, do you look at the characters in the movie, in the TV, or is that...
Never.
No.
I mean, the book has to be the book.
That's the first time that happened, really.
Yeah, I mean, the book has to be the book, and the TV series has to be a TV series. As you point out, I'm willing to make a ton of changes.
Yeah.
The Stranger in the book, for example, which was another show that was here, was a white male, and I said, no, we need a female for that character on set because the visual of her dropping the bomb on Richard Armitage was just better. In a book, I don't need that visual. So it's just a different medium, and you have to accept that and go with it.
And so many authors we meet, like Richard Osman, just says, I want nothing to do with the adaptation. I want to... You love getting your hands on it.
I do. Because I have a great team up north there with Nicholas Schindler and Danny Brocklehurst and Richard Fee. We've made, I think, 7 shows now.
I mean, those names you just see on great credits all the time.
They're just the best. And we're doing Runaway right now up north with Ruth Jones and Minnie Driver and James Nesbitt in the lead. And we're just having a blast. I can't wait for that one to come out.
Oh, Ruth Jones, who obviously our viewers will know from Gavin and Stacey as Nessa. What a legend she is.
Yes.
Were you new to Gavin and Stacey? Had you seen Gavin?
They sent to me when we were thinking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, she could definitely do it. I love to take comic actors and put them in. Did it with Jennifer Saunders actually and Joanna Lumley, but this one's really special. I can't wait for people to see Ruth in this role because it's very, very different for her. It's very serious. She's a detective here. And she just kills it. She's just a wonderful actress. I can't wait for people to see.
And Harlan, so many of your books are adapted here, and so you spend so much time here. I mean, I was just saying to you before we came on air, what I love about your books is they could really be set anywhere.
Yeah.
But I guess you're a proper Anglophile now.
I am. My new show on Netflix, Caught, was filmed in Argentina, and the one before that, Just One Look, was Poland. I love that I get to move them to different places, and it adds a different spark. But I think the hybrid of sort of the British television tradition and my American storytelling has just made for really fun
Magic,
TV.
isn't it? Yeah, lovely.
It's just fun. You know, you just binge it, usually New Year's Day, and it's a lot of fun.
It's so interesting because it's if you almost purposely dodge the Hollywood stuff.
Yeah.
Why?
Because, well, I'm making one right now. We're doing I Will Find You with Sam Worthington, Britt Lower, who a lot of you know from Severance.
Yes,
Helly and Severance. And Milo Ventimiglia, who everybody knows from This Is Us. We're making one in America. So we are making them there. But I'm happier to be here in Europe, and I'm happy to be here in the UK. I love the talent, the actors I've been able to work with, the cast, the crews, the directors. And they do leave us alone a little bit more, I think, than in Hollywood.
Oh, OK.
Yeah.
You like the chilledness.
They're a little annoying. I mean, all the horrible stories you hear about Hollywood, kind of true.
This is just decision by committee, right? Whereas here you can just get on with it.
A little bit more, yes, definitely.
And I think you're right. What's important about your writing, and just that sort of anyone that writes as successful as you, is that people that may not really enjoy reading will pick up one of your books and be hooked.
That's my favorite comment when I get that I hadn't been reading in years, and also I started the book at 10 o'clock at night, thought I was going to read for 5 minutes. Next thing you know, it's 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
And you know, that turns me on. I love that binge thing. So both TV-wise and book-wise, I want you to binge. Yeah.
Also,
I want you not to be able to put it down.
Just quickly to ask, did I see that you're doing something with Reese Witherspoon, which you didn't really expect to want to do, and then...
No. Yeah. Well, this isn't such a braggy story, but Reese called me and said, I want to talk to you... I know Reese a little bit, and I want to talk to you about an idea I have. And I'm thinking, I'm not that guy. I don't collaborate. So how do I nicely tell Reese Witherspoon? And then Reese tells me the idea, and I'm like, oh, dang. That's really good. And I take out like a pen and a pad like that, and I start to write with her, and we start talking back and forth. It's been 3 hours. And then we both said, why don't we just write this as a book together? So that's what we're doing.
Brilliant. Great. So that's still in process, is it, at the minute?
Yeah, I'm still finishing it up right now. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun working with Reese.
Harlan, so lovely to meet you.
Yeah,
Nice
so
to meet
lovely.
you guys,
Thank
too.
you so much.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
get this, bad boy. Nobody's Fool is out now, so you can get that for your Easter break and have a good read.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.
It actually looks like it's been such a fun series, but we're going to get to that in just a second because, of course, The Apprentice Final Five join us now alongside Lord Sugar's trusted advisor, Tim Campbell. Hi, guys.
Hey.
What was funny is when Lord Alan Sugar came up on the screen, all the girls went...
Everyone sits up straight. That's what they're supposed to.
But Tim, obviously, you know, you're there. You can be scary at times. They've got to impress you as well. How has the season been for you?
Well, it's been an amazing season. We're just the peripheral in treatment, watching what they're doing, feeding back to Lord Sugar, because essentially he's got to make the decisions. But it's really good to be able to see them go through all these different tasks to try to secure that £250,000 investment, which will be transformational to their life. And they're so close to it now, with just 2 weeks left.
You know what it's like. You've been there, you've done it. So when you're judging them and you're feeding it back, is it kind of how the task ends that you care about? Is it the end product, or is it how they behave during it?
I think it's a combination of both, because I think it's really important. Yes, we've got to have a winner. There's always got to be some situations we've seen this season where nobody wins and everyone goes back and shocks the hell out of them. But the reality is that I want to be able to feed back to Lord Sugar how they performed as individuals, but also as a team. Because essentially this is about him picking a business partner he's going to work with, somebody who's going to invest the money in and hopefully grow a really...
If you're chucking someone under the bus all the time, you don't want that as your business partner,
100%,
right?
because I think what we're showing to young people and slightly older ones is that the ethics of business is as good as in winning.
Yeah.
It's not just about securing the money or crossing the finish line. How did you do that? Because that's how you'll be measured as well.
Well, also, I mean, we love it when the challenges are ridiculous because it's just great telly. Let's go to you, Amber Rose. Your favourite task was the selling, wasn't it?
Yes, I think it's such an iconic task. I feel like it's one of those tasks that all of the candidates kind of want to get to. There's so many components that make up that task and it's so challenging, but it's also so entertaining. I think for the viewer as well, it's such an enjoyable watch. So yeah, I think this year especially, I think the girls really smashed it. I think we kept our composure. I'm going to say that. I really enjoyed it. It was a great time.
Amber Rose, what prompted you to take part? Because your story's really interesting. Your mum was an immigrant and came over here. You're sort of representing that second generation. That's hugely important to you.
Yeah, I think it's really, really important for me to showcase, what it's like to be an entrepreneur of this generation. To be a South Asian woman in business is so important to me. I'm trying to be the representation that I wanted to see growing up. And, I didn't come from a lot and I've had to work since a very young age. I was working since the age of 14. And I think that's always, instilled that entrepreneurial spirit in me because I've always kind of wanted more and wanted to kind of help build more, not only my life, but my family's life as well. So that was really the cause.
That's incredible. That's such a good motivation as well. And Anissa, I don't want to bring the mood down, but you...
I know what you're going to say.
You've lost the most tasks, so were you surprised to actually make it to the final 5?
Thing is, I came into this to win it. So even though I lost, my team lost the most, every week I put a fight in. I wanted to get to the final and I've achieved it. So I'm happy with that.
Well, there's got to be a reason why you got to the final, you know what I mean?
Yeah, to be fair, Lord Sugar could have fired me 8 times, but he didn't. And I'm still here, so I'm proud of that.
How did you feel going into that interview round?
Actually, obviously it is nerve-wracking because we know every year they come out with so many questions and you never know what's going to happen. But I was also quite calm with it because now it's finally about the business. And that's what I came in the show for. So I got to speak about my business. So that was the best part.
Yeah, I mean, I would be terrified in that situation. Chizola, let's talk about what's been your highlight of the season. What have you enjoyed doing?
I think for me, it definitely has to be the fashion task. That was definitely one that I absolutely loved. I think I am a bit of a fashionista.
Of course.
And also, I was project manager, got the win, and, us as a team, we went straight through to the final 5. So that was an incredible moment for me.
Also, just quickly, when you have 20 minutes to get ready? Is that real or is that telly?
No, it is real. We do have 20 minutes, but, with TV, you have to get mic'd up and you have to have a bit of breakfast, but we do genuinely have 20 minutes to get ready, and it's tough.
What, and it could be 3 in the morning, genuinely?
Yeah, it's absolutely...
2 in the morning?
So, are you going to bed every night, you guys going, oh, God, what time's it going to be? If I get to bed by 11, it means that I might get 5 hours.
You don't even know what time
You know what time you're going to bed?
You've got no idea. There's no clocks, there's no watches around.
With the phone call.
Yeah.
There's no clock.
This is the toughest interview process in the UK.
We can give them the time of day.
No.
You're not even giving them the time of day.
That's some form of torture.
Privileges are for the elite.
It's not privileges, it's just the time of day. Chizola, you're a qualified nurse as well. What made you move from nursing into business? Was that be something you'd like to incorporate?
Yeah, no, definitely. I love being a paediatric nurse. I'm still qualified now. I can still practice, and I still do. And I love that, but I've gained so many transferable skills that I've then taken with me into starting up my own business and starting my company. And I've just loved being able to kind of merge the two together.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of things that you do in nursing, you're caring, you're personable, you're dealing with a lot of people. And I think in business, dealing with people is one of the key things. And being able to be good with dealing with people is definitely a key aspect to business.
Well, if you can handle Lord Sugar, you can handle anyone.
Wait. No one handles Lord Sugar. Let's get this right, so.
OK, if you can just about scrape through, then you can do anything. Dean, let's talk to you, because tonight, your interview, I've heard you found it pretty hard.
Yeah, a bit embarrassing for me, this one.
Oh, no, bless you. Because they obviously unpick everything, don't they?
Yeah, and Mike does. He literally goes in.
So did you have a few exaggerations maybe on the old CV, or was the business plan picked apart?
You'll have to wait and see, because I was not expecting it. He literally threw it across the table at me and my mouth hit the floor.
Oh, no. And Dean, your parents encouraged you to be a tradesman, which I know you're very proud of, aren't you? That kind of blue-collar past.
So I was the only tradesman in the series, and the only parent as well.
Oh,
So I was the
wow.
only one with kids. But yeah, my mum and dad, they drummed it into me at a young age. If you get a trade, you can work anywhere in the world.
Well, haven't you fitted the aircon here?
I have. I've literally done the air conditioning.
You
in the
told us
building.
how to turn it down.
I will, but I have to send you an
We have a
invoice.
chat afterwards.
Jordan, what about you? Youngest one on The Apprentice this season.
Yeah, I was the youngest this year. I think at the beginning I was the baby of the house, so I wasn't cleaning many dishes. But no, I think as it went on, you know, I grew in the process, and Lord Sugar commented on that as well. And yeah, to get to the final 5 is amazing, but I'm there to win.
Also, Jordan representing First Irishman to get to the final 5.
First Irishman to make it to the final 5, you know, making history, showing the young men that it's possible. You know, the Irish people don't tend to do too well on the show, so I wanted to go on and change that.
That's
and
not
I
made
said
up.
it.
That we didn't do that on purpose. It's just Irish comedy before I started.
Absolutely not. But from day one, people were like, Jordan, he's a nice lad, but he won't do well. And they thought I was delusional, but I kept saying, I'm going to win this show. I'm going to go all the way.
Because of your age, do you think?
I don't know why, but maybe I just talk too much.
You enjoy the house and the pool too much. And,
yeah. Listen, it was a big £10 million mansion. Some days the elevator wasn't working, so it was very difficult. You know, we had to walk up the stairs.
I don't know the time. I have to go upstairs. The struggle's real, my friend. Tim, does age matter at all? Like, people are watching this.
No. I think the reality is that age is not a factor that people take into consideration, particularly when we're selecting the potential business partners for Lord Sugar. What matters is authenticity, how passionate you are about your particular area of business, and how determined you are not just to win, but to work amongst your team. Because what Lord Sugar, as you've already highlighted, is looking for somebody he's going to work with after the show, after the cameras are off. And these candidates have done exemplary throughout the whole process. And I'm really proud to see them in this stage of the process. And let's see where they get to next.
It's mad that they all know.
It's so annoying.
They know, but they can't tell us.
They know they can't tell us. It's like when you meet the traitors. It's so annoying. Well done, you guys.
Yeah, well done, and good luck to whoever it is that's going to get there. But look, you can watch The Apprentice continue tonight, 9 p.m. on BBC.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.
But here, he's here to talk about another passion, writing children's books.
Greg, I mean, you still look 20, so I don't even know how that's physically possible, do you?
Thanks,
It's
Sean.
unbelievable.
Thank you.
But as well as radio and smashing it there, you are smashing it in the kids' book world. Again, rivalry with you, Dermot.
No
Sorry.
rivalry. We are stronger combined.
You're
Our powers combined.
Strong together. The Kid Who Fell Through Time. This is your 9th book, Greg.
Out today.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's out today.
Happy publication
How on
day.
earth? When did you find the time to be writing these books?
Good question. Well, you know, you do a breakfast show. You can have, if you have a nap, you can make a productive afternoon out of it.
Yeah.
And
nice.
I've been writing with Chris Smith, my wonderful friend, for nearly 10 years now. Started with the Kid Normal series, then we had Super Ghost and The Great Dream Robbery, and we did Twits book last year for the Roald Dahl story.
Yeah,
we did
great.
the Twits Next Door. I came on, actually talked about it on this morning, not so long ago. And now we've got The Kid Who Fell Through Time, which is our first time travel story, and we had such a laugh writing.
How does your writing process work? Like, do you do a chapter and then send it to him, and he does a chapter, send it to you? How does it work?
We actually brainstorm it in the pub.
Yeah.
Great.
Brainstorm the whole plot, workshop all the voices, because that's a huge part of it. We want these books to come alive.
What, so you're doing that, the character
We're doing the
voices?
characters in the pub.
Oh, you can. So if anyone sees you sort of going, hello,
Yeah.
don't
Get a
think
room
what's
in the pub.
plot.
You just do it in a pub.
In the pub. Yeah.
So just like people come up and go, all right,
Yeah.
Greg, let's talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
what happened on the radio today. You're like,
Yeah. And I'm there going, I'm evil Emperor Crag. Or things like that.
Great.
Is it the same pub?
Same pub.
Always a quiet pub.
Yeah, always quiet.
Yeah.
All the locals obviously think that you've lost the plot from years of radio, but actually...
They know that.
They know that anyway, but
Yeah.
also on the side, great books coming out of it.
Yeah, well, we want them to be read aloud, really. We want kids to not be scared of books, not to be scared of reading, because there's a lot of stuff to read.
Yep.
And at school, you're forced books and things, and that has to happen sometimes. But we want them to enjoy books for pleasure. Audiobooks, reading them out loud with your friends or your mum and dad or your big brother or big sister. That's how we do it. And Chris and I have workshopped these books for ages. We just go, what's the funniest, silliest, stupidest story we can tell? And can there be some sort of message in there as well? And this one we really love because this is a kid called Angus who doesn't really want to do his history homework.
Right.
He goes, what's the point? I don't care about people who are around 5,000 years ago. Who cares? What does that mean? So he time travels back to the time that he's studying, and then delivers the greatest homework he's ever delivered.
What's his vessel? How does he time travel back there?
Oh, good
I'm glad you asked.
Great question.
I'm glad you asked, because that was one of the early brainstorms. We went, how are we going to do this? And it's a shopping trolley with a wonky wheel.
Yeah.
Oh,
He just finds it.
perfect.
It's the first one back.
Well, so he meets Marge, who runs the cheese counter at the local supermarket.
Yes.
Marge's from Arges.
Marge's from Marge's, very good.
And she is renowned in the area because she can find the greatest cheese ever. And all the customers are like, where's this cheese coming from? And she goes, I can't tell you that, dear. But it actually comes from the ancient times or cheese from the future.
Oh, so she's getting them from the past.
She's got a little hooky
Sneaking
deal.
them onto
She's
her
got a hooky
counter.
deal with some Romans.
Of course.
Yeah,
the
so
Romans
the
are
idea is that Angus is the kid who just goes, oh, do you know what, I don't know why this is interesting. This is boring. So he goes back to ancient Egypt, goes back to ancient Rome, goes back and hangs out with Shakespeare. Emmeline Pankhurst turns up. He also goes into the future to meet a horrible villain from the future. We had such a good time writing this.
Yeah, and didn't you say it's actually a very funny... Like you said it was
Yeah.
funny, but it's one of your funniest books you've done.
Well, I like to think so. Yeah, it's really fun. We had a lot of fun because the idea of writing something about Shakespeare, because we know a lot about him, we know a lot about the Romans, but sort of twisting that is funny. So we came up with the idea of that Shakespeare's hair loss was due to time travel because obviously you're travelling at warp speeds.
Love
So
that.
your hair goes, and that's so there's little bits in there. But there is actually some good historical stuff. We went to the British Museum and did some days out there. We did lots of reading around the Key Stage 2 stuff and be like, let's get this as right as possible, but also mess with it a little bit.
In terms of plot, how does it kind of, not how does it finish, but what's the, you know, has he got an enemy?
Well, he's got to save the world. Right. Angus has to save the world from evil Emperor Crag from the future, who's seen everything and is then in charge. So we've got to also make sure that all the trolleys from the various time periods get back to where they're supposed to get back to.
This is the thing with time travel. You start
Difficult.
altering the past, don't you, and making all sorts of mistakes
Very
along
tricky.
the way.
Moral questions.
A lot of
along
moral
the way.
questions.
You do an audiobook as well. Who does the audiobook? You or Chris? Or
So Chris does the narration.
Yeah.
OK.
And then I do all the voices.
You're the characters.
Yeah.
So go on, give us some of your characters. So you've got Crag. What's he like?
Evil Emperor Crag from the 99th century.
99th century.
99th
nice.
century, loads in the future. There's actually a new character called the Fact Pig. The Fact Pig pops up. And he's a really annoying fact pig who goes, did you know that in ancient Rome they used to use moss instead of toilet paper?
Right.
I love that. So there's a little bit of learning in there that you're sneaking in with the fun.
And then we sort of slag the fact pig off and say, like, all right, and that's enough, you're interrupting the story. So they're very interactive books, and we want the readers to sort of feel the presence of me and Chris in them when we're telling them the story.
Did you, when you first started this, because I sort of fell into writing children's fiction, I just had an idea, and it happened to be a kid's book.
Toto.
Right? And then it's only when you start doing school tours then it sort of hits you that actually people are reading these books.
Yeah.
And that's that moment where you meet a parent and they go, well, my kid reads because they love the book. That's the moment that hit me like a frying pan in the face.
Yeah.
Does the same happen to you? Like when you do the schools tours and you actually go and meet kids, they dress up for World Book Day or something, you realise how important it is for children to be reading and parents to be reading to children.
Yeah, it's actually the greatest joy of doing them because you get to go and do assemblies and you get to just be in front of these amazing imaginations. And actually when a kid sees an author, they go, oh, it's a person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like when I first saw a radio presenter, I went, oh, it's just a bloke. Yeah. Oh, I could do that. Yeah. Maybe I could do that if I grow up one day.
Yeah.
And the same for being an author. You sort of want to get rid of the mystery a little bit and go, no, you can do this. This is the thing, you should write some stories, and this is not a complete sort of mystery to you. And also I think it helps them go, oh, maybe books are fun. I get that. You sort of see the person who's written it, you get that they're sort of into it and everything, and actually just being in front of all those ideas it's very inspiring, actually.
The funniest thing is when you meet kids that, because most of the kids know your books better than you know your books.
Oh,
so they'll come up and just like pull you up on stuff. They'll go, in book 2, you said Toto's favourite cheese was camembert, but in book 5 it's cheddar, and you're like,
Yeah, they're brutal.
You are very good, aren't you? Let's just sign it for you. Off you go. Yeah.
Brutal reviews. In fact, there was we were doing this show in Manchester, this radio show in Manchester the other day, and this kid, he must have been about 18 or 19, came up to me and he was dressed in all like a big North Face jacket, and he looked a bit shifty, and I was like, oh, what's going on? He went, Greg, I just wanted to say, yeah, what? You want my phone? What's going on? He went, yeah, I read Kid Normal when I was 10.
Oh,
like,
nice.
First book I read. I was like, oh my God, I feel so old.
Yeah.
But that's amazing that you read those books
8 years ago, and now he's
that long
18.
ago. But it's that everyone has got a favourite book, and everyone's got a book that they fall in love with reading through, hopefully, and that's what we should desperately try and do. And that's what, as children's authors, we want to do, and all authors want to do that, and make sure that people are reading and enjoying stories, because it's not just about finding books and enjoying and getting lost in those stories. That's an amazing thing, but actually, some of the stats around literacy rates are devastating, and it's not about, oh yes, well, we read Dickens, and Charlie read Dickens when he was 8. It's not that. It's more like you won't be able to send an email if you can't read. You won't be able to get a job. You won't be able to pay a bill. You won't be able to read a road sign. I think so. Yes, it's wonderful to do funny books and all that sort of stuff, but actually there's a really crucial bit at the heart of it, which is you just got to read anything for pleasure, whether it's a graphic novel, a comic, something fun that you've seen in a magazine. That is reading, and it's not just about you have to sit down and read Chaucer. Find something that you enjoy as a kid, and I think that opens up a whole world, really.
I think it's brilliant. I think it just works as well. I mean, I know I've heard you do some sort of radio show in the morning. I'm not 100% sure what time it's on, because I have too many doing.
I'm actually here to steal you for my show, because you got Jordan and Chris. I'm taking you to Radio 1 if that's right.
Is that how it works?
You up for it?
Oh, OK.
It's 1 for 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why not? All swap out and do each other's
Or just join forces.
Greg's latest book, The Boy Who Fell Through Time, is out today. Well done, Clever Clogs. Lovely to see you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for letting me be on.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.
Now, if you're on the hunt for a new drama to binge over the Easter holidays, our next guest has got the series for you.
Listen, all you need to know is Neighbours at War, Bodies in a Garden, and Jill Halfpenny at Loggerheads with Larry Lamb. If that doesn't sell it, nothing does. It's the new 5 drama, The Feud. Take a look.
I think we should do the kitchen, the extension.
Seriously?
Hey, I'm thrilled to stay in.
We'll just have to see what the rest of the street make of it.
Surely
you don't want this extension any more than we do.
They're our friends, Derek.
Are they? Are you sure? I think she's a bit suspicious of him. It's fascinating what you can say on this. You trying to blackmail me?
I know an affair when I see one.
I want the cash.
Why are you lying to me? I'm not lying. Just stop it!
You're not moving our tree.
Why? You got something to hide?
He's not a good person.
Oh, God. Call the police.
Who knows what goes on behind these doors?
Oh, the curtains are twitching.
Oh, I'm in. Jill, thank you so much for joining us. I love the concept of this drama. When I was told it all spans from an extension being built, I thought, yes, this feels very funny, very British, but also it's going to have its dark twists and turns.
Yeah, I think this is like a classic tale of there's something really bad happening in your life. So for Emma, her relationship is not good. She knows it's breaking down.
With Rupert Penry?
With Rupert, I know. Who'd have thought it? But she doesn't want to go there. It's too difficult. So she goes, I know what I'll do. I'll create some chaos somewhere else in my life, and then I won't have to think about that thing.
Like a distraction?
Like a distraction. You pull the thread, and it all unravels. So that's what she does. She's like, I don't want to look there, I'm going to look here, and she just causes chaos.
So where does the conflict with Larry... Because Larry plays your dad, right?
So Larry plays my dad, and my dad is... So Emma's a lawyer, my character's a lawyer, and my dad is sort of... he doesn't do things by the rules, let's just say that. And Emma and him really clash. But obviously when Emma wants something, and she wants it to go her way, then she asks her dad to do her some little favours
dad, right?
that might not align with who she is and gets herself into deeper trouble.
Her dad is 100% not a lawyer.
He's 100% not a lawyer. He's the opposite of a lawyer.
I think what was going to be so relatable about this is that we've all had feuds with the neighbours, and obviously it all kicks off when this extension's going to be built. They're not happy about it.
Yes.
And that's sort of the crux of it.
That's the crux of it, but Emma can't understand because they're keeping a secret. And she doesn't quite know what the secret is, but there have been rumours flying around the street about the fact that their neighbour's son disappeared at some point and was never seen again. So there's just so many people holding on to so many lies that everybody is suspicious of everybody else. And then, of course, we've got Alex McQueen's character who sits at his CCTV desk.
Oh, he's
and basically films the whole street. He's hilarious. You can't get through one take with him without laughing.
I was going to say, I mean...
I know him from the In-Betweeners, that's how I recognise him.
But for a serious kind of drama, you've picked an awful lot of people I imagine would make
really
you talk.
funny people.
Yes,
we had such a... I mean, for such a serious...
Jamie Lee O'Donnell's
yes.
fantastic.
Really
Alex
funny.
McQueen. Is it James Head as well? I mean, come on.
on?
I mean, honestly, they were all, like, brilliant, like, lovely people, but, yeah, very funny. It was really hard to keep a straight face.
So your character's gone full on, like, Jordache, and she thinks it's the body's under the patio, kind of Brookside.
She just loses all perspective, because, like I said at the beginning, really there's something that she doesn't want to face. There's something she doesn't want to look at. So then it means that she goes full-on suspicious of everyone and everything else.
Right.
Because really the biggest problem is staring her in the face, yeah.
It's funny because you're going to have the whole of the UK suspicious of any planning permission they've had turned down. They'll be like, right, what's going on in that neighbour's garden?
Yeah,
and that's what I love about that. And also, because of the cast, it's just... you're going to fall in love with the characters, aren't you? I think very quickly you're going to sort of...
It's very character-driven.
Yes.
Even though there's a lot that happens, it is very character-driven, and yeah, like you say, there's some really big personalities in there.
Did you produce this as well?
No, I didn't.
Well, it's just because I see here you've moved back to Newcastle to film it. It's a very convenient...
Oh, yeah.
Someone knows someone and knows someone.
Do you know, it's so strange. So it's really lovely, but in the past couple of years, I've filmed a couple of times in Newcastle, and in the sort of 35 years I've been doing this, I've only really done, like, I think, 5 jobs ever.
Biker Grove is the one we'll remember you from as well in the early days. Do you still hear from the boys? Do you ever chat to them sometime?
No, I don't really. I mean, maybe at awards ceremonies and things like that, I might see them. But they're usually on stage receiving something, so...
But when they say... Because they
that's
said...
true. They're always cleaning up somewhere, aren't they?
Tell me about it. When they said they were going to bring Biker back, but would that be a reworking of... Like, they were not going to bring it back as in you're going to send it in the 80s. You're going to bring it back modern day.
Guys, I think you'd have to ask what their idea was. I mean, you know, when it first started, it was supposed to be something that was a bit realer, maybe a bit sort of more gritty than maybe a Grange Hill, and people really loved it, and maybe if they took it back to its roots, it would really work. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Well, thrillers are more your thing now. It's like, are they more fun to work on, in a way?
I think it's just that there's an appetite for thrillers at the minute, so a lot of people are making them.
Yeah.
I think people like to sort of, you know, sit and watch it with their family and, oh, my, you know, grabbing each other's hands, and I can't believe that's happened. And they're just fun, aren't they? They're just, you know, and especially when it's in such a domestic setting, you think, that could be me.
That's what I
like
about
could be
this.
me.
And to be fair to Five, they're killing it on the dramas.
Yeah, they are.
They really make
are.
loads, and they're quite gutsy, aren't they?
They are, yes, yeah. They take big swings and I love them for that.
Now, the words every actor wants to hear is your son wants to be an actor.
Oh, my. I know.
How old is he?
Like, no,
he's just about to turn 17. But you know what? I talked to James about this on A Feud, and I was saying, like, you know, how would you feel about that? And he was like, but acting's a great life. It's like we focus so much on the rejection, and we don't want that for our children.
Yes.
Oh, they'll be rejected and they'll be really sad. But actually, if somebody said to me, go back and live your life again, would you choose to be an actor? I think I still would, you know. I really like it. It's a great life, so...
It's such a noble thing to do as well, isn't it? Just get out there, you know, let your reach exceed your grasp. Go for it.
It's going to really test my parental skills to be like, yeah, go, fail, fall down, get back up again. I'll just be here waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you might end up being one of those mums that's there in the background, sort of miming every
Can you
word.
imagine doing the lines, just being on set? Awful. No, that'll never be me.
It'll be like, Mum, leave me to it. I'll find my own thing. That was so good. And also, we need to talk about Strictly, because we were just discussing how you won it. What was it, like 20 years ago now?
Yes.
Which is unbelievable to think. It doesn't feel that long ago at all.
I know.
Was that a lot of fun to do, or was it just hard work?
It was so much fun. It was so hard work.
I hear that it's brutal training, isn't it?
Yes, but I don't know, there's something so exhilarating about dancing every single day.
Yeah.
And your body changes and you suddenly feel a bit more alive, and it was just great.
Here's what I don't get.
go on.
Sorry.
No, go on.
It's like when we look back at old clips of Dawson's Creek and you're like, because we're used to high definition now, you look back 20 years ago and were we all blurry back then? Or like...
Bring back the blur.
It was like an era.
Bring back the blur.
Campaign.
100%,
Yeah.
Bring back...
I'm all for the blur.
I'll vote for you, Jill. Trust me, I'm with you. Bring back the blur immediately. Thank you.
Oh, we're looking forward to binging this. Thank you so much for coming in and getting us all excited again about another crime drama. We love it. The Feud actually starts Monday night, 9 p.m. on
Hi, everyone.
Five.
Just wanted to say thank you for for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
Yeah. The
Laura
film is
joins us
completely
now.
bonkers.
This is so brilliant. So, firstly, congratulations on a great year.
Oh, thank you. I mean, we'll see.
Absolutely, everyone touch wood.
We're touching wood, but we don't need to. We believe in you because you're on a roll and you deserve it. Like, honestly, it's brilliant. It's so nice chatting to you again. Because last time I chatted to you, we were talking Gavin and Stacey and you keeping that secret for so long.
Yeah.
And now look, so where do we start? Should we start with the film?
Let's start with the film. What can you tell us about that?
Well, so as you saw in the trailer, Ruth and Megan own a vintage shop and they find a time machine by the bins. And
This is a Dodgem.
Yes.
Yeah, Dodgem car.
And they use the Dodgem time machine as a free way to go back in time and get stock. It's very cost effective.
It's so funny. What a funny concept. So their antique shop is just full of stuff they've nicked from the past.
Exactly.
That's brilliant.
But as the title would suggest, time travel is dangerous.
Time travel is dangerous.
And chaos and hilarity ensue.
It's so funny because those two girls really did own a shop.
They do.
They do own the shop.
You can go. They own a vintage shop in Muswell Hill, yeah. They're not actors. They, I mean, they are acting in this, but it's sort of a mockumentary style thing. And so then me and Kyle play a younger Sophie Thompson and Brian Bovell when they used to present this, like a science TV show in the 80s.
Tomorrow's World.
Yes,
kind of
exactly.
vibes, yeah.
But it only occurred to me this morning that we play young them and we present this show with Johnny Vegas, and Johnny Vegas just is Johnny Vegas in both time periods.
Some of the best
He's
comedy.
ageless.
It doesn't need explaining. We just need to just take it.
It's just one of the many
And
quirks.
where does your characters come into the narrative of the show?
So Ruth and Megan get obsessed with watching the VHS of the show that we're in. And then us in the future, our characters in the future basically sort of explain to them that time travel is dangerous.
Yeah.
And chaos is chaos.
And is it chaos as in they go back and they can alter time, or they just go back and get into japes in, like, Norman era?
Their time
Victorian?
travelling is causing problems, basically.
Like a ripple effect.
Yes. There's a lot of science, but you don't need to understand it because it's very funny, even if you know nothing about science.
Yeah.
Yeah, quantum physics. Where are you with that, Laura?
I'm nowhere with that.
OK, good. Me neither.
But I can do a good Sophie Thompson impression, and that's what's important.
Exactly. That's all we need. Also, it must be so strange when you do a film because you're presumably filming all your stuff in isolation.
Yes.
So you've only got a vague idea as to how it's going to... I mean, you've read the script, obviously, but how it looks
will
when
all
it
fit
finishes.
together. I mean, we shot ours like we were presenting a TV show, like in a multicam setup. And Johnny in the TV show is like in a computer, so he was sort of in a separate booth, but in the room, so he could improvise with us.
I mean,
was crazy.
Brilliant.
It's a lot to get your head around, but it does genuinely seem so funny, even just from that clip. It's very dry, mockumentary, classic, like, British comedy.
Yeah.
Good to see that back in the cinemas as well.
Yeah, and loads of brilliant, funny people in it.
Well, and also, never mind research for the role, because apparently you used to be a TV presenter.
Well, not really. Sort of. I left
That's how
school.
I feel.
There you go. I left school for a Saturday morning TV show that was on BBC called The Misty Show, and I played a character.
There you are.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, so that's...
Who's that? Is it Misty?
That's Misty, yeah. So that's me at 17, I think.
You look great. I remember that hairstyle and everything. We all wanted, half up. Yeah,
And what was
half
it?
down.
What was the show?
It was another confusing concept. It was a bit like, do you remember Sabrina the Teenage
Yeah.
Witch? So it was kind of a...
British version.
Sure, that's a nice way of saying it. And Misty was half human, half fairy, so I would be presenting in character and then I would, like, be able to click my fingers and then McFly would be
great.
there. And we'd be spray painting a car for some reason. It was strange conceptually. It was good fun.
Yeah, it was so popular. I bet there'd be loads of people at home watching this going, that was my favourite show.
I hope so.
Yeah, I bet.
We have to talk The City Is Ours.
Yes.
I mean, it's done so well. It's sort of all over iPlayer, and you know, and I can't turn on the radio without hearing "It's the Good Life." You know,
Yes.
it's. What is it about that show? Because it's really resonated with people.
We all love the show so much, everyone who's in it. I think it's that classic thing of following these characters who aren't particularly likeable, but you can't help but root for them. And it's a really exciting show to watch. Stephen Butchard's so good at writing these set pieces, and I just get so many messages from people saying, oh my God, I couldn't I couldn't breathe. I was holding my breath for that whole scene. Every episode's got a really great, like, set piece in it where you just don't know what's going to happen next.
I do love that about a crime drama where you think, how have they made me like this person? Because you do feel almost guilty.
Well, Succession was so good at that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So every scene you go, oh, I quite like them, and then show a chink of vulnerability, and then suddenly you go, oh, no, they're awful.
Yeah, they do something really brutal or savage.
But it's not just about... It's about a family around gangsters, isn't it? Which is, what The Godfather was all about family.
Yeah, and succession and grief and betrayal. And it's also got a great sense of humour in there as well, so you get some good laughs along the way.
It's nice to see, a female character in these type of... normally in these sort of mob-type shows, the female character can almost just be like a bit of a side... I don't know, like, the girlfriend of...
They're certainly not wags in this.
No.
These women are really interesting, complicated characters. And I play Rachel, who's business savvy. She's a qualified accountant. She cleans the money and she wants to take her seat at the table. So when it really kind of kicks off between these two men of, like, who's going to step up...
Take on the family business.
Yeah, she's also got her eye on that prize.
Yeah, but that's great, because that's it. Like, brains in that kind of industry would be lethal. Yeah, very interesting.
We have to talk Kevin and Stacey before we let you go. Did you ever expect... I mean, obviously, it was a huge show before that last episode. But that last episode was just, like, what was it, 20 million people watched it? That's a third of the country. That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I mean, I think we were all nervous. I mean, I was nervous for many reasons about it getting out that I was in it, but I think we were all so nervous after how well the last Christmas special went. Will it live up to the same thing? And people just seem to embrace it so happily and so good-naturedly, and I feel like it delivered exactly what you want on Christmas, which is more than we...
Didn't you bump into Ruth and James in a lift or something? Is that how you got the job?
Yeah, no, well, maybe. I had already done... And then I was doing a screening for Archie at the Soho Hotel, and they came out of the lift when I was on my way down.
That's right, because they'd been script writing.
Yes,
You didn't know this
I
at the
didn't
time.
know this, but I knew they wrote together in hotels, and they looked quite flummoxed to see me. And I thought, oh, my God, maybe they're writing.
Well, they're writing or having an affair. One of the two.
I did not think that. But then I also thought, well, they might be writing it and embarrassing me because I'm absolutely not in it. So I didn't know anything for sure.
Oh, I mean... Look, it was
maybe it was that eye, like you saw them and they were like...
She's got to be
She's
back.
working, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you were the twist of all twists. We loved your bit.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Laura.
Time Travel is Dangerous is in cinemas across the UK now, and obviously... The
City is Ours.
The City is Ours on iPlayer. Thank you.
Pleasure. Can't wait to get binge.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.
Happened to Brighton, doesn't it?
It's all kicking off.
It's a dangerous place to be.
Returning for the latest series, there's DS Glenn Branson and Clea Murray, the stars of Grace, Richie Campbell and Zoe Tapper. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Saying that, Brighton, that's not a bad place to be for 6 months of the year, is it?
Especially in the summer.
Yeah.
Especially in the summer.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it.
It looks full on, though. It feels like this season's just come back with a bang straight away. Was it exhausting to film?
Yeah, the first episode that aired last night starts with this bomb in a football stadium, and that was the first week of filming, wasn't it, last year?
So you do film in order, do you?
We don't, but it just so happened that they did film that first, so it did feel like we absolutely got thrown in at the deep end. And then alongside all the sort of darker kind of sad storylines in the personal relationships, it did feel like quite a heavy one, didn't it, this year?
Definitely, yeah.
And you've just been recommissioned for a 6th series, which is fantastic.
We have.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we start filming end of April.
You look like, and we start filming end of April. Help, we haven't started. I suppose this is the thing you forget, like how many weeks did it take just to film that first episode we saw last night?
So it's each episode is 5 weeks, basically. But that football sequence was a week, and we had to get it in that week because that was the only time we had the stadium. We had the supporting artists, everything like that, so it was very full on.
I always wonder how they do big stadium-type things. Is it cheated cleverly, or was there hundreds of extras?
We did have a few extras, but it was cheated quite a bit. I mean, luckily, we're not allowed to say the stadium that we shot in, but the football season had just ended, so we had full reign of it. So we were running up and down the whole time.
Wow.
And now I'm just looking at the football stadium. Do I
know where that is? I bet you can.
Oh, it's really annoying. What I love about the show... I watched it last night and I was trying to cook while I was doing it, and then after a while I was like, forget all of this, I'm just going to sit down and watch it, because it's punchy, isn't it? It's no let-up. It's relentless.
Yeah, and there are so many twists and turns, and you have to really keep your eye on the ball, otherwise you miss something. I think the writing really stands up on that front, because you can't really second guess it, so you do have to concentrate. Can't be cooking at the same time, don't it?
No. How dare you?
Trust me, the boiled potatoes were ruined by the end of it.
So the books are Peter James' books. Does he now write, do you think, with your characters in mind a little bit, or not?
He says that. He said that, yeah. He said that literally when he writes, he's got John's face and he's got my face, he's got Zoe's face. And that's just so crazy to me, because it's like, he clearly he's lived with these characters for years now. And so he just says it's actually like a marker for him now that he can actually pinpoint certain facial expressions, or he thinks, you know, what we would do, which is great. I mean, we're on the books as well, which is...
What, literally on the covers?
On the cover of the books, yeah. We're going on holiday and you're going to W.H. Smith and you can literally see our faces. It's mad.
Has the TV show caught up with the books now? I remember in Game of Thrones when George Martin ended up kind of... Like, I think the TV show went out and it's not, I haven't finished it yet, so...
It's... I think we're nearly there, aren't we, in terms of the actual books, but... We've also sort of slightly veered away from them as well, haven't we? So there are... I think we are using the brilliant storylines and Peter James's amazing ideas and imagination, but kind of also finding our own way as well. So it's nice, because even the fans of the books, I think, can expect something a bit different.
Yeah.
Well, talking of the fans, I mean, we just found out that Queen Camilla is a huge fan. I mean, is it a strange thought, imagining her sat down last night with the family watching you?
Slightly. She came on set.
You had a moment with her, didn't you?
Yeah, she actually came on set in season 3, which was really nice. And it was a scene where I was on the boats at Shoreham Harbour. So, and the thing is, she is a super fan. She knows everything about the show. So she was talking about the suits that I wear, being a snazzy dresser. And John and I we were actually invited to Clarence's house, which was lovely.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's really...
She's super chilled though, isn't she? Super. We did an ITV thing a couple of weeks ago and she was down at Trigger Point. And I think she just, like, ended up directing about 2 scenes. It was just like, she was like, action. But
I think we need to get her in it, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be such a good cameo.
So where does this series find your characters right now?
Well, Cleo starts this series in a very dark place, actually, because we left her last series very happily pregnant, and unfortunately, at the beginning of this series, we see that she's lost the baby, which is obviously just a really devastating blow for both of them. We don't delve into too much of the detail of that. It was quite a late-on pregnancy, so it would have been just absolutely profoundly shocking for them. So you see her in that frame of mind. She's depressed, she's off work, she's sort of trying to come to terms with it. And then as we progress through the series next week, we see her make the decision to go back to work. She feels like she needs to do that in order to try and forge forward.
Yeah.
I mean, that must be quite an intense thing to even prepare for. I know it's... Obviously, you're an actress, so you're very good at what you do, but still, that's digging into a very personal, deep thought process, isn't it? Imagining that.
I think that there's just a responsibility to depict something truthfully, because you obviously don't know the experiences of the people who are watching it, and it is I think even if you haven't suffered the loss of a baby, most people have suffered a bereavement, and so you do want to do it justice. So yeah, it felt like a sort of responsibility.
Interesting, because we're not seeing it, so therefore what your part's doing is really dealing with the trauma after it, which is so harrowing for so many people.
Yeah.
What about you, Glenn? Because I mean, this guy is just the North Star. He's the moral compass. Where's he going? What's happening with him? Are we going to see any chinks?
I think we will. I think, at the end of the day, he is kind of the eyes and ears of the audience, and he's a good friend to John Sims, Roy Grace, and he's helping him along with the grieving situation as well. But he's also got his own dilemmas at home. Ari, his wife, she's going through a tribunal at the moment because of she's administered penicillin basically to a patient who was allergic to it, and so. Once he kind of receives that information, he's just gone into police mode straight away. He's kind of saying, how did you do this? Why did you do this? What's going on? And that causes a fraction with their relationship. I mean, it's a bit full on.
Imagine that's what she really wants to hear.
I know, clearly not.
Investigating his wife,
Exactly. So there's going to be a bit of push and pull, but there's some stuff happening with them, which is great. And it seeps into work, which is the beautiful thing about the show and the characters. It's always about the human side kind of coming into their workplace.
That's why it's so successful, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Just quickly as well, you don't ever stop. Like, you're running in every episode.
He loves running. He loves running in those tight suits. He loves it.
It's my James Bond moment. I love it. I mean, it's like we're fighting in the sea, we're beating people up. I love it.
Literally, every name is in the mix for that role right now, so put yours in.
I'm up for it. I'm up for it. Or a villain role. I'd rather play a villain, to be fair.
So much fun, wouldn't it? Bond villain.
Thank you,
Love
guys.
that. Oh, thank you.
Appreciate it. Series 5 of Grace continues this Sunday, 8 o'clock on ITV1 and ITVX. Thank you.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out, and we'll see you in the morning. Now it's time to welcome our next guest, who first shot to fame with her unforgettable role in Shameless.
But it was a standout performance in Bad Sisters and her a well-deserved BAFTA for Best Supporting Actress.
And as she gets ready to take on a groundbreaking new drama, the award-winning Anne-Marie Duff joins us now. We cannot have you here, firstly, without talking about Bad Sisters, and Dermot would not let it go. I mean, you are such a big fan of... You were coming in... He's coming in talking about it all
I've fanboyed her a few times now, so now it's just going to be awkward if I do it on TV.
Well done on the BAFTA.
Oh, thank you.
And do you all still meet up?
Oh, yes. Oh, I mean, the girls are so busy because they're so brilliant and successful. But yeah, everyone's
That must
in
be the
touch.
strangest thing when you take part in something like that and you get so tight so quickly and you have to. I know, is it Derber the
Dervler, yeah, the
Dervler,
director.
yeah,
She
director.
kind of made us all bond at the beginning.
I love that. You took pictures of each other. So by the time, it was almost like a boot camp, right? So by the time you started filming.
Friendship boot camp.
Yeah. But when you're with those people and you get so tight so quickly, and then you sort of, as soon as you cut, everyone's off to something else. And so you have
I
that
know,
kind
it's
of,
a funny
you just sort of
old
like,
game. I
you know,
know.
split up and you only see each other at
I think
awards
you
and
develop
stuff.
them. When you first start acting, you think, oh, I'm going to see these people every day forever.
Yeah.
And then you realise that, you know, there's next chapters and it can feel a bit sad, but then you kind of develop a muscle around it and get used to it. And you know that there's a kind of inevitability about people coming back together, working on different projects, and so you see each other again.
It's just a bond there, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
And especially with that show, because it was just all about... What I loved about it was set in Ireland, but it wasn't Cod Ireland, you know? It was set in a very...
made by the Irish tourist
Exactly.
board, yeah.
It was sort of like, it was properly... It felt like modern Ireland, you know?
That's Sharon, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just... And it was about sisterhood and family and all those things.
And the mess of it and the joy of it. Yeah, exactly.
Do you feel that... Did you feel that it was going to be... You know, sometimes you just get a whiff of something and you go, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
From the start.
When I read the very first... Because at the very beginning, we just got a couple of scripts and then little plots, synopses for the rest of the series. And I just thought, this is it. This is brilliant. This is just brilliant. And her irreverence and her writing, and it's always... It was slaloms between being really funny and really sad. And she does it so... She's so skillful.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was a real... Clearly, I thought, clearly this is going to be brilliant.
Well, I think, do you know what? I'm such a fan of you. I think every role that you take on is incredible. And when I first saw you on Shameless, I thought, brilliant, a family just like mine. It was, it was so brilliantly done. Do you keep in touch with the cast there?
Well, I did see David Threlfall really recently, actually.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. But, and we're all so proud of the young ones who've all grown up to become brilliant actors.
They have gone on to do incredible things.
I know. So, yeah, that was another, just a moment that we caught, you know, and also to make a show about poverty that hadn't really been done before in a again, a bit like Sharon's writing, in a comedy drama way, not just misery, but showing that people who have nothing really love the bones of each other and really, you know, are there for each other, and it's a mess too, but it's not just people being cruel to each other because they are having a tough life.
Well, we want to talk about your new venture.
Absolutely. It's a brand new thriller. You're making headlines for a gripping storyline, but also for featuring predominantly deaf cast. Let's take a look.
When he first came out of prison, I thought, maybe I'll get my dad back. Maybe he's still a good person. Even after everything that happened. He was your friend, but you killed him. Why? But now, he's just some angry deaf man going around getting into fights.
You need to get Daniel Brennan back in prison. He's a murderer walking the streets. Recall him before it's too late.
More lies, more broken promises. So much for second chances, eh?
And then we're joined by Brian as well. And Brian, you've got your...
I'm just going to stop you. Everybody calls Brian Duffy.
Oh, really?
You got a name like Duff, you got to use it.
Duffy, so we're going to call you Duffy now then, Brian, that's it. And Duffy, we're also joined by your interpreter, Tasha. You all right, Tash?
Hello.
Hello, all right? Tash will be interpreting for you today. And not only did you have to learn the lines on this, you've picked up sign language in 6 weeks. I mean, how have you done it?
Because I had this great teacher. That's how.
And you're a very strict teacher, I've heard, as well.
Kind of. You know, I can be tough, but to be fair, you know, you took on a massive role, a massive responsibility, and learned sign language, you know, in a very short space of time. And the fact that you did that, you know, if someone could try and learn Spanish, Chinese or Japanese, they would struggle. But the fact that you did that. But yeah, my methods are pretty brutal. But yeah, Anne-Marie did brilliantly.
So, Duffy, how did you get involved with the show?
Well, William Major, he's the writer. He saw some work that I did with I Hate Susie, with Billy Piper and Daniel Ings. And he was really impressed with that. What's a relief. Anyway, we had a bit of a chat. We both have a real passion about seeing British Sign Language on screen. And so, yeah, that's how we got into it.
Nice. And Anne-Marie, can you just talk us through your role?
Yes, so the main protagonist of the show, played by Matthew Gurney, brilliant Matthew Gurney, is a man who's leaving prison and he's served his time for murder. He's deaf. And it starts to explain just immediately what the deaf experience is. But that's not what the show is all about. The show is an incredible thriller. He served his time for murder. He murdered my husband. And they were very, very, very close friends. So it's a profoundly difficult time for me. I'm just about to move on in my life, and then my husband's murderer comes back into my panorama.
It's a great first episode.
It's a brilliant
I watched the first
episode,
one last night,
yeah.
and I was totally hooked. And one of the important things is it's an incredibly inclusive drama, both behind and in front of the screen, Duffy. I mean, the thing that stuck out for me was the party, which I was cooking last night, and then I was like stopped and went, well, hang on a minute, it's just like there's music playing, but it's sign language. It was just mesmeric.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't really a question, more of a statement.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is it a question? No, it's not a question. Right, OK.
Yeah, welcome to my news. Sorry. Doesn't really go anywhere.
And what gets me is, you know, less than 1% of the deaf community work behind the camera or in front of the camera. So this has really opened up the world to being more inclusive. And what do you hope that this does for future programmes?
Well, it's always about people feeling seen.
Yeah.
And that's what culture's job is.
Yeah.
To represent every colour of the rainbow. And Rose Ayling-Ellis, who plays my daughter in the show, brilliant, brilliant Rose, she talked very beautifully about what it feels like to be marginalised. She's so eloquent about it, as we know. But she also talked about walking onto a set where she suddenly wasn't the only one. And because, you know, an unprecedented amount of the crew were deaf, which was just brilliant. Warp Films, who are also responsible for Adolescence, incredible production company, made this with the BBC, and they committed to the whole notion of representation, didn't they? And, you know, and we felt every day how beautiful it was, you know?
Duffy, how important was that for you?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, I grew up watching cinema. I'm a big love of cinema. And, but where are my people? Where am I represented on screen? And, you know, I think deaf people represented in a kind of, you know, a vulnerable place. So I think the fact that, you know, William and Warp came together and, you know, have shown this on screen, you know, they show the vulnerability and the strengths of what a deaf person can bring to screen. And I think that's really, really important for representation.
Because it's kind of crazy. You put the TV on, you don't even see anyone signing in an advert.
Do you know what? Thank you for doing this for the deaf community. Thank you so much.
I feel lucky to have been part of it, you know, because that's my privilege, you know, so I'm
Thank you, Anne-Marie. Thank you, Duffy.
Thank you.
Tash as well. Good to have you all with us. Reunion
Thank
starts
you.
Monday, 9 o'clock on BBC One.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.
Well, Steve and the real-life inspiration behind the film, Tom Michelle, join us now on This Morning.
Morning, chaps.
Can I just say, when I heard about this story, all I kept saying, it's a true story. It's an actual true story. How did you first hear about the story, Steve?
Well, Tom here wrote a book called The Penguin Lessons many years ago, and Jeff Pope, who's my colleague and sometime co-writer, I was working with him on another project, and he said, I'm writing this screenplay based on this book about Tom Michelle. Do you want to play him? And my initial reaction was, I don't want to be in a sort of cuddly, cute movie about a penguin. That's not really my thing.
Yeah.
But we talked about perhaps taking Tom's story and adapting it and bringing in some other elements. And one of the main liberties we took is that we made my character... Look, Tom's quite a decent chap. Mostly decent. And,
you don't know me that well.
I know. That's give you the benefit of the doubt. But, what we did was we made my character... My version of Tom more cynical, if you like, and disengaged and a bit more selfish.
Yeah.
And the penguin that Tom really did rescue, as depicted in the film, becomes a catalyst for my character to learn to be less cynical and a more productive, kind member of society.
So, Tom, you're set in Argentina, and you were there teaching in the 70s, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
So what brought you there in the first place?
As a youngster, I'd always wanted to travel. My family had various members scattered around the globe. And South America was one place that none of the family had any connection with.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to go there. I wanted to go and a real tierra incognita. And when I saw an advert in a newspaper for a teacher in a public school in Argentina, I wrote and said, look no further, I'm coming.
Yeah.
And because of the chaos in Argentina, I imagine they had no other applicants. So that's why I got the job.
Because this is it. It's set in the backdrop of the turmoil, the military dictatorship and so forth.
Yes, I mean, it was the end of the Peronist regime,
yeah.
And the country was in chaos. We had inflation running at 100% a month. Nothing worked, electricity, trade, and everybody said it's a bad time to go because of the economics, because there's going to be a coup, and I just couldn't wait to get out there. I didn't want it to happen before I got there.
Yeah.
But when you wrote the story, you initially put it out there for free, didn't you?
Well, yes. I mean, when I came back to England and had my children of my own, when they were tackers, bedtime stories were about Juan Salvador the penguin, and they grew up. And my wife came to think, you must write that story down because they're going to want to tell their children, and you'll be dead at the time, something cheerful like that, and they will want to know. So I wrote it out, and more people kept saying, oh, can we read it? And my printer was, expensive, so I put it up on Kindle, so I could just say, go and look it up. And I didn't believe anybody would find it, because if you search Penguin, what comes up is 20th century literature, or whatever, published by Penguin. And within days, less than a week, I got an email from Animal Planet, Disney's production, saying, can we talk about this?
Wow.
And my jaw hit the floor. Again, everything associated with this penguin has dominated my life from the day I picked it up. And it's been an extraordinary journey.
And how much of what you see, Steve's depiction of you, how much of that resonates with you? Were you, at the time, were you quite weary about life? Or?
No, absolutely not. I was in my early 20s, and I wanted to travel, and in many ways, Steve's character is the antithesis of mine.
Yeah.
I was young, he was somewhat older. Our motives for doing things were entirely different. But the film about the penguin, which, and it is exactly as it is in the book, and they've done a brilliant job on that. But Steve brings something to the character which is much more interesting than a 23-year-old, because it has colour and variety and change.
So this is real footage. This is real footage.
This is real footage.
You in the 70s with this penguin. This is the real penguin.
This is Juan Salvador.
So, Steve,
and,
was there
you know, AI could never have produced it because, you know, you can identify the members of staff at the college.
Oh my God. So, Steve, was the penguin in the film, is it robotic or how did you do it?
No, there were lots of all real penguins. We never used any CGI penguins. There was one robot penguin. Whenever the penguin was required to do something distressing, then we'd use the robot. I mean, and it's quite believable. I carry it around in a bag, and that's I'm supposed to be spoiling it for people, really. But you know, if I throw it into the sea, there, I'm not throwing a real penguin into the sea. So we had sort of fake ones and real ones. But most of the time it was two real penguins called Baba and Richard, who were a couple because penguins mate for life. And
bitey?
What?
Were they bitey?
One of them was a bit bitey. Richard, if he had a bad morning and I was being too friendly with him or petting him too much, would nip me, flick his head around and nip my... But I kind of liked that because I had to work harder for his affection. You know, I don't want it to be too easy. But he treated me mean, kept me keen.
And Tom, when you were there and you found the penguin on a week in Uruguay, is that right? Yeah. Well, did you try and put it back in the ocean?
I did. It was one penguin was alive on this beach full of dead penguins. And my initial reaction was, perhaps I can clean it up and release it again. So I took it back to the flat, washed it, cleaned it, got most of the tar off, and then... You know, I didn't want a pet. I didn't want an animal to look after. It was far too difficult. So I tried to release it. And I tried really quite hard, and it would not go. And it kept coming back to me. And, you know, in the back of my mind was this voice saying, you've washed out its waterproofing, it can't survive in the sea.
Yeah.
So you've taken the responsibility of cleaning it, now you've got to look after it.
Yeah.
I was due to go back to Argentina and start teaching, so I thought, well, it's got to come with me, hasn't it?
What did the boys make of at the school about the penguin? You know,
well, like
school.
any animal and children, they were like magnets. They attracted each other, and so looking after the penguin became quite easy for me because the boys would, a full boarding school. The boys would go up to the market and buy sprats, which I paid for, but it was mere nothing, and they would feed it and they would wash down the terrace, and it was really good for the boys who weren't particularly stars at rugby or academically or whatever. And it was a lovely time watching them.
That's amazing. I just cannot get over that this is a true story.
Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, last night, one of the boys from the school at the time was in the audience. He was an invitee of mine. And we were just saying he's probably the only person, certainly there last night, but perhaps in the country at the moment, who witnessed that penguin and fed him, apart from me, which was actually rather nice to have him there.
It was, yeah. So it was, I mean, having the penguins on set was actually there's that old adage in show business, don't work with animals or children. And I worked with both of them on this. And but the penguin actually was a really calming experience because it sort of it gave us, rather than it being chaotic, it sort of kept everyone calm because you're not allowed to shout and...
Well, you've got to keep very quiet, have you?
Everyone has to be very serene. So it actually calmed everything down rather than made everything chaotic.
Tom, just before we go, it's so lovely, the story that you wrote it for your children. You put it on Kindle, but the fact that it's been adapted now and as a film, Steve and Jeff haven't worked...
This little incident 50-odd years ago has just kept multiplying and multiplying. You know, for a few people knowing about it, to tens, to hundreds, to thousands, and now a film it's going to be hundreds of thousands or even millions of people. It's the most extraordinary journey.
Yeah, and the book's still out?
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. The Penguin Lessons, yes, it's there.
Available in print and Kindle.
Well, yes, and what do I say? It's easy to remember Penguin Lessons in schools and what did one learn from a penguin.
Thank you,
and
Steve.
a wholesome thing we can watch at the cinema. Lovely that you can go and watch with your family.
Absolutely. The Penguin Lessons is released in the cinema on the 18th of April. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.